Okay, the live stream should be starting up soon. Please give a moment to make sure everything is set on up. The Twitch is going good. Thumbnails up to date. Kick is going. I'll just that. Twitter stream going good. Perfect. Twitch is going. Good. Rumble's going. Yep, Rumble is going. Perfect. Now let me just go ahead and check my other computer. Please give me a moment. And yep, looks like my other computer, I can see the streams just fine. So, let's go ahead and get started. Found a nice 52-minute replay. Abbasid Dynasty versus the English. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. It's on top or left side as the red English. We have Cracky there, question mark. It's on the right side as the yellow Abbasid Dynasty. We have Lucifer and N. Let's see, English versus Abbasid Dynasty. Abbasid Dynasty has the various camel units, and the English are known for, of course, the Vanguard Man-at-Arms, which is making its way forward, as well as the Longbowmen. Vanguard Man-at-Arms. It's actually been a while since I've seen that. Does get some slices onto that wolf there. The wolf does get some bites onto the Man-at-Arms. Abbasid Dynasty also has a unique Man-at-Arms, allow it to engage with a charge attack, as well as has two weaker hits, so it's more effective against light units. So in theory, the English's upgrade of the Ironclad, got multiple Vanguard Man-at-Arms, two of them deployed on the field. This one's being controlled very poorly.
Yes, sir.
Likely, I'm thinking the man-at-arms for the English should be very effective versus the potential golems he may fight against. They're not exactly excel versus camels, but they're not. It does not excel either. Yellow has enough gold there in order to get his next age up. Very late response here with these villagers. Try and collect as much gold as possible. Got two men-at-arms pushing forward. And does see a bit of damage there. Does pull back these guys. This one almost goes down to 2 health. So this scout, the red scout, could have potentially got some stabs there if he would have contributed a little bit. And he may have actually selected these sheep there, so the sheep will be tasked back at home. And now these Vanguard men-at-arms start to torch down this mining encampment. Of course, Vanguard man-at-arms. Wait, man-at-arms only 20? That costs a bit more gold than that. By the way, it's 120 gold. And so the gold setback's not too significant. We'll soon have enough gold. The food is, of course, quite significant. Each one costs 100. And now do you have these villagers are claiming for all the sheep. He does have a handful of sheep remaining, but not a whole lot. So he will need to eye for expanding out to another food source relatively soon. Both of these deer deposits are relatively close by, so putting the second town center here or here will be quite advantageous. You also have, it puts a bit more forward towards this deer deposit. He also get secured up this gold deposit as well. Now do you have field age now deployed out in the field? And do you have a barracks going up? Man-at-arms trying to stop these stone miners from collecting the stone. He's probably going to just interrupt the stone deposit there just so he can ensure that his one doesn't get another town center. It was the economic wing that has been researched, not the military wing, so it does not have any defense force, free defense force. And these villagers take more hits as well.
Yes, sir.
Abbey Kings are being fought on the field, not the council hall. Interesting. Even though the king was massively buffed, the king is still not that great of a unit. Personally, I would change how the king works if it was like a respawning unit like the Khan. That would be an interesting way to change up the king a little bit. You got the spearman advancing forward. The Vanguard man at arms only have 2 hack armor rather than 3 hack armor. And the spearman has 7 damage versus the man at arms 8 damage plus more health, but it is still quite wounded. So the spearman looks like going to poke and take out that man at arms. He is not going for the early man at arms research just yet. Maybe not eyeing to go any further man at arms for the time being. The barracks course will allow him to deploy out additional spearmen when he so chooses, getting out some more barracks. He's not getting a long bowman, and he is getting out the king. Now the king has been deployed on the field, in which he could fall. The Abbey King also has healing aura. These man-at-arms could fall back, at least the wounded one, and try to get back the Abbey Kings get healed up. Does pick off a sheep right there. And Yellow's running low in sheep. It's hard for me to tell how many carcasses remain, but not a whole lot. No living sheep. That's guaranteed. He's heavily trying to claim that stone. He, I think, just deployed out town center somewhere. Yep, he's going to deploy it out onto the steer deposit. This steer deposit is farther back than the red steer deposits, but... So, pros are cons having forward and backwards. Backwards makes it safer. Forward means it can help secure more territory like that. The scout will spot this. The spearman's going to try to poke him. Poke his eye out. And now you have the king here. 1 man-at-arms is fully healed. They are early man-at-arms as well, so they do have another 3 hack armor, additional health, and additional damage. Spearman do get hit there on the king. He is classified as heavy melee cavalry. And now he's going to be harassing this town center. Will get a kill there on one of the villagers. Very nice. The English player has not collected any stone just yet, so he's not eyeing for additional town center. Does take out the scout there. And the king's now going to receive some pokes there from the spearmen. Red has lost 1 or killed 1 villager. A second one maybe will be killed off there as well. Now with the 10 health there, the math is a bit more even dealing with these villagers. 5 swipes and they're dead. And now the 10 center is built. 4 villagers have gone down for Yellow. It does take out another villager there as well. 5 villagers now down. It does take out man-at-arms. This last time man-at-arms going to just run away. This man-at-arms is engaging. And we just got mass man-at-arms. Man-at-arms are incredibly effective in Feudal Age. They're much more effective. They can be easily just as effective as the various early heavy cavalry, like the early knights, Keshiks, Royal Knights, or the Sofa. Because there is no direct counter to man-at-arms at this age. You can't really hide inside of a building as well. Your opponent could just get out a, more pierce armor to resist outpost fire as well. You've got a stream of barracks pulling out man-at-arms. Now do have the blacksmith going up. He's going for the pierce armor, I'm assuming, first. He doesn't need pierce damage to effectively engage. Also, he does not need pierce damage, or not pierce damage, hack damage, because these man-at-arms do 10 damage. Nice even number to deal with the spearmen and villagers. Getting 1 more attack, it will still be 9 swipes, because 8 swipes will be 88 damage. So he does not need to get out hack damage in order to adjust his man-at-arms math. All he needs to get is pierce armor, and also the hack armor. Gold mine has been torched down. Second town center away. Yellow's just going straight for town centers. We've got Archer Range not being put on the field. Archer Range is probably the best he can do to counter man-at-arms. They may have a lot of good pierce armor, but at least they can get a lot of damage on at range. But there's a lot of man-at-arms to put out. And the king is doing a great job of healing up these forces. These early, quote-unquote, medics can be very handy indeed. Now he's going to try to claim this berries. He does go ahead and not finish that mill. Spearman now trying to engage the man-at-arms. Is still couldn't engage with the man-at-arm. He does get it complete. Does set it ablaze. Villagers need to back off the region. Taking on brave Town Center Fire for a time being. Pierce armors on the way. Does lose one of the man-arms there, but does take out the mill, which is still generally favoring yellow. But a lot of these spearmen are quite wounded, and these man-arms can be healed up. The King's healing aura is 2 health regen. In comparison to, say, Royal Knights, is probably a comparison. That is 1 health per second regen when out of combat. So this is better health regen than, say, Chivalry Royal Knights. Do got a Camel Archer here. Camel Archers do, of course, reduce damage output. The King and does bonus damage versus light melee, but these are not light melee. Get some good hits there. Spearman flying back. He just need a lot of archers. He's getting more Camel Archers. They're expensive, and they do actually hit much harder. They do hit 12 damage, so that may be a little bit better versus man-at-arms, since they hit harder than regular archers. And plus their mobility makes it so they're unlikely to get overran, but they are much, much more expensive. Cam archers are 180-60 as opposed to regular archers 30-50. So we're talking about additional 150 resources if I loose math. Spearman doing a good job holding the line. Town Center arrows are firing away. The Town Center arrows, I believe, does 7 damage each, or no, 6 damage each with the primary 8. These villagers are now trying to back on this Town Center. Nano was not the fastest unit, 1.12 tiles, so, which is the same speed of villagers. King does receive a bit of fire there. King does only have 2 inherent pierce armor plus the 1 from the research. Oh. And that crown breaking lagged out my game for a bit for some odd reason. Sorry about that. Man, he did not really want him. The game did not really want him to commit regicide now, did he? These man-arms not going to try to does get a combat engagement there onto these villagers. Villagers being retasked onto the berries now. He's desperate trying to clean up the food. We have 4 camel archers in the field. Got a blacksmith on the way. These man-at-arms are slowly being picked away. He does pull back this villager. He does have textiles. He plus 25 health, allowing him to take 3 more man-at-arms swipes. Now, half damage will improve the number of swipes you need to take out a villager. You know how the fresh food stuff's being researched out, making villagers a little bit cheaper. The English player right now has 19 men-at-arms field, 1 king, now 20 and 1 on the queue. So we have only 4 cavalry or 4 camel archers and 2 spearmen with 1 on the way. Yellow does have 3 town centers. His opponent only has the 1, but he did a good job of killing off villagers. Right now, red has lost 13 villagers, a significant amount. But now with additional town centers and with the food stuff now researched, the villagers' production will start ramping up and be much cheaper. You have a line of palisade walls trying to be built, but there is a opening there to be exploited by the English. He doesn't have the scout over here, or maybe and not alive anymore, so these forces don't really have great spotting. The king himself can't see all too well with all that heavy armor on his face. Now these villagers starting getting overran, does just get a charge attack there with the king. Villagers trying to back off to this town center. This town center could be upset under siege by these man-arms. They only take 2 damage per arrow, which is not a lot. You may want to focus fire the king first. The king's pretty much just as vulnerable as the man-at-arms, and now he's trying to hold the line with these spearmen. They are hardened spearmen, but their damage still not great. Does take out the king there, very nice. They also reduce subsequent attacks, but they got more camel archers to pull on the field. Spearmen sort of going down. Red has killed 19 villagers at the moment. Got 20 villagers now idle, and with another 11 running around in circles, make that 12. And archers getting some great damage there. These villagers are still running around, trying to collect up these berries now. One of them will go down. And now these villagers will be retasked. We've still got more man-at-arms being deployed on the field. He right now has 20. More camel archers on build queue. He still has a scout alive as well. You have 3 farms, 4 mills with a massive number of farms for one field. That will get him some great food income. He has not touched deer. At this point in time, the food income from these barns are greater than deer. So he does not have to worry about hunting deer. That will just only save him wood resources. He's probably going to go for the King's Palace once he ages up. If he ever ages up, he's spending all of his food, and now he's getting more horsemen. You got a line of palisade walls going up for yellow now. The Palace Kings will allow him to get basically a second town center for a landmark. Yellow scout pushing way forward will spot this small force, and now will spot the horsemen, which is very important. Not say too important. Horsemen do bonus damage versus range, not range infantry, but just simply range, so they will do bonus damage versus these camel archers, while they will also receive damage reduction as well. Solid Doggo does go down there. Actually, these berries being cleaned on up. Let's see, this deer deposits outside of his walls. A lot of this wood has been claimed. You have the stone deposit still not touched. In fact, he has plenty of stone in his walls. This big stone deposit for red is outside of his walls. And this gold deposit is down to the last 1,000. He's probably been eating through that gold really quickly. Yellow has 3 gold deposits in his walls, where it only has the 2. In comparison, this thing's hardly been touched. This one's been touched a lot more. Got these 5 horsemen, the king, and all these man-at-arms. He hasn't utilized the set-up camp to get some additional vision. And he's trying to torch through these walls. We have 12 camel archers here on the field. They can hit hard. Going for another line of palisade walls. He's not trying to repair this up. Now we have the military wing now being researched. This will grant him 2 camel riders, which will be handy. They're not the tankiest thing, but they're reasonable fighters. Additionally, it will give him access to the composite bow research, which is going to be very important versus all these man-at-arms. At least improve his existing force. He probably needs to start eyeing a lot of crossbows in general. Horsemen and knight, or the king does fall back. Men-at-arms patrolling around. This boar is also right next to the berries, so he could potentially claim boar as well. Now we got the iron armor-clad research on the way, as well as the man-at-arms, upgrading the early man-at-arms to regular man-at-arms. Soon these guys are going to be very, very durable. He needs the military wing up. He needs crossbows as soon as possible. That's the only way he's going to handle all of this heavy armor. Trying to ghost up some palisade walls there. There is a breach there on this lumberyard line. Okay, there we go. Got a back line ghosting there. But he does go and torch down some of that stuff. These villagers now exposed. Yellow has 92 villagers. Red only has 62. Now archers advancing on forward. But now we do have the men-at-arms research. Ironclad's almost complete. Handful of spearmen here to ward away the king and the horsemen. Those is a couple of villagers there. Another villager does go down. And there is the research. He's immediately going for the boot camp there, as well as the veteran spearman research. Horsemen's trying to advance on forward. Receive a bit of damage there. And some of these villagers are going down. Council arrows are raining on in from multiple sources. And now I've got these villagers. Nice, starting to dogpile there a little bit too much. Man-at-arms still getting some damage down these camel archers. Some of these camel archers starting to go down. Council arrows are firing on in. Right now they're at 7 damage. These man-arms are getting some great damage. Let's take out those spearmen. They are up to 7 armor, which is significant enough, building up his more pierce armor, so they'll be up to 8 pierce armor. So it'll be incredibly hard to deal with. Dwarf's got these camel riders here, getting some great kills there on those horsemen. Only a couple horsemen will remain. Make that a single horseman now remain. Now we do have some crossbowmen in the mix, very nice. One on the field. And Red has killed 47 villagers. Red also has 72 villagers versus opponent's 81. And yep, the King's Palace was selected there. This villager's even getting the mix of the fight. Let's take out some of these villagers. Spearmen running around. He does have veteran spearmen. Some more villagers are going down. The villager count is very even. He also has a fair number of town centers as well as cheaper villagers, so that will be all important. Now so got more horsemen streaming on in. Got some crossbows to hit these man-at-arms. Right now he does have +1 pierce damage. He has +1 pierce damage and hack armor. Hack armor is a good idea. Camel archers advance forward. Seeing a lot of damage there. There are veteran camel archers that do up to 15 damage at the moment. And getting some great damage on these man-at-arms. Red's trying to claim all that wood. This wood deposit and this wood deposit is untouched. He can perhaps start putting mining camp there and perhaps put some defense around it. Camel marshals advancing forward. Now Yellow's going to eye for a counterattack. Does have a decent number of defensive crossbowmen. May need some more spearmen to just help hold the front line. We're hoping engaging the future horsemen that may pop up. Though golems will be generally a bit better in health-wise. But still, their times to attack will be doubly affected and doubly less effective versus man-at-arms, so it's probably a good idea to just go for a spearman at that point in time. Camel archers pushing forward. Some longbows getting some hits there. Very nice. And now do got these camel archers falling on back. These camel archers just may want to fall back. I don't think they're going to accomplish much, but they do. And Red's now eyeing to claim some of this deer. We'll find these villagers. Does get a good volley there. He does not have textiles. I don't improve the health. 2 of those villagers do go down. And now these camel archers will likely go down. They're just going to pick off as many villagers as they can. These camel archers are going to be pursued to the ends of the earth. We do got these man-arms advancing forward. It has a good number of crossbows in this region. They do only have, what, 5 tower range versus longbows 7 tower range, so they get significantly outranged. There may be a breach over here as well. That forest line is getting awfully thin, and not to mention some of these... Yeah, there's definitely a breach there. And looks like this villager will be pushed out of the town, exiled, and then killed. Now I'm going to see him trying to torch down a palisade wall there, trying to make a breach. Longbones piece of this there on these villagers. He needs to fall back from these villagers. I thought I heard a Mangonel for some odd reason. Oh, he is going for a Mangonel, that's what I heard. Some of these villagers going down, does cancel the Mangonel there. These towns needs to be starting being garrisoned up by... Looks like he got some crossbowmen just sort of charging on force, not good. Go for some golems, they do end the 15 damage, so the armor of the English man-arms will be very effective. Try and go for this Mangonel once again. It's not going to get it up anytime soon. He's going to have to fight. Let's got the knights there. Man-arms still trying forward, trying to deal with these crossbows. You got these man-arms one at a time. Very nice. Horseman does go down. Longbowman gets good hits over here. This outpost and its villagers are going to be taken out relatively soon. And I'm still charging on forward. Got these man-at-arms on time, but Longbowman still gets some damage. They now have the Spring Gold upgrade being put on the field, which are a bit more effective against these man-at-arms than, say, the arrow slits. There's not being recast in these farms now. Red's force will be cleaned up in the time, but there's quite a bit of damage. Yellow now has less villagers. Red has killed 76 villagers as opposed to just losing just 5. Spearman and a Lancer trying to these better than Longbowman, gets good damage onto them. Golem's now hitting them as well. And the rest of his force will be cleaned on up right there. Red's trying to deploy some more forces, does now have the Castle of Networks up and going. Death Breach has been repaired. There's a breach there. He's going to get that patched up. And looks like he's going to let one of these villagers to hang out to dry once again. We do now have a Mangonel being put on the field. Mangonels will be decent versus these man-at-arms, but man-at-arms do have inherently a lot of health, so it won't be super effective. Just generally effective. But you can perhaps keep it nice and secure by throwing bodies in front of it. Mangonel now pushing forward, does go and destroy this mining camp or lumber camp there. Berkshire Castle on the front line. Does get a good hit there. In fact, he may want to get out some more siege workers just to deal with this Berkshire Castle. Gets a deadly hit there on those cross or archers. Crossbowmen, lancers, and golems advancing forward. He needs to perhaps start hitting. He has to deal with this Berkshire Castle immediately. He's not going to stop the building of it. He needs maybe to get out some battle rams or some trebuchets out as soon as possible. The villagers are about ready to complete the Berkshire Castle. Now Berkshire Castle is complete, which is a massive threat. That is a lot of arrows fire coming out from it. He does get a crew garrison there, and all those extra arrows will do 13 damage each with additional range as well. Horseman overrunning the Mangonel does keep the Mangonel alive. Now at this point in time, he's just going to get some trebuchets in order to deal with it. In the primary town center is going to receive constant arrows from it. He cannot be basically abandoned the town center for the time being. Berkshire Castle not hitting the Mangonel. Mangonel only has 9 range, not 15. Battery Ram's not being queued on up. I'm going to try to break the breach there. Counterweight Trebuchet does have 16 inherent range. And he built that too close. Berkshire Castle's range is actually quite absurd. How is a long range, a Zoom Trebuchet range. Spearman gets annihilated, unable. He needs to stop building from this barracks in the moment. Got some battle rams going up, and more battle rams. He may need to get out some more spearmen and mangonels as well, so they keep all that stuff secure. Now I've got 2 trebuchets advancing forward. Remember as well, Absidicy. You only get 2 landmarks at Absidicy. He's immediately engaged in the House of Wisdom. He does have 12,000 HP at the moment. We've got some stone walls going up. If he's able to get out a gate or a stone tower there, that'd be a great defensive point for his longbowmen, getting increased tower range as well as range damage resistance. More Mangonels being put on the field, more battle rams. Nice Horseman is starting forward. He is returning to prep the House of Wisdom. He's just go on and possible to repair landmarks. More stone walls going up. He needs to get out a gate as soon as possible to garrison. Right now he does have elite man-at-arms. Yellow's not going to be able to get impulation time soon. He's going to invest everything into this defense. Lance is now advancing forward. Red does not have any counter to the Lancers. Crossbowman advancing forward as well. Crossbowman's going to get some good damage there. He can perhaps garrison the Berkshire Castle with his man-at-arms if its arrows firing. It probably will provide more damage output in general. And now the Berkshire Castle will receive a lot of fire from these battering rams. Whereas it has a massive number of crossbows. Does get firing volleys and mangonels onto the villagers, does get the villagers inside the Berkshire Castle, and now he's going to down the mangonel. Try to go, nope, he's going to try to torch down the battering rams, but there's just too many battering rams to torch down. This mangonel may want to retarget towards these villagers. Yellow has overran the ground forces. Even though they elite man-at-arms, they are still not counters to lancers. So where's the blacksmith? It is. Okay, university for the, sorry, too much modern stuff. I'm trying to see if he has the improved, I think it was called the health and damage of infantry university tech. And the Berkshire Castle has gone down. That massive threat is now neutralized, and it's unlikely Red's going to get that rebuilt anytime soon. Does he have a university out in the field? I do not see a university out in the field yet, or at all. Up here, do got these Lancers pushing forward. They're both severely wounded. And now I do hear some hand cannoneers applied up by Red. That will be effective item versus everything. His siege assets are going down. He's trying to build out another Mangonel there. Very nice. His other Mangonel is still back here. And he actually could destroy some of these walls so he can perhaps garrison them himself. That will get the crossbow with 2-tower range, matching the longbowman. And I'm charging forward. I don't think it's going to get these Mangonels up and going in time. He needs to stop building, start firing. Mangonel finds a good shot there, takes good damage. Does get another Mangonel going. He did decide to finish that one. This one does get canceled. Get some good hits there on longbowmen. Crossbowmen are in large number here, trying to deal with all these man-at-arms. He does not have the increased health research. Don't see the plus something health. Veterans have destroyed all that infrastructure there. Lancer being stuck on right there. And now these forces are trying to overrun the Mangonel, but he will save it. The other Mangonel has gone down. And I do have a run keeping point of view. He has a good number of battering rams in this region. Yellow has a force to engage this keep. And oh yeah, there's also the shrubbery there, so you can actually see it. He does now see it now with the battering rams, starting to make his way forward. Lancer charging forward, does get a charge on one of the man-at-arms. One of the batteries have gone down, and now these man-at-arms are getting annihilated. Mangonel shot, gets a deadly hit there on the infantry, onto the longbowman. Keeps now receiving quite a bit of fire there. We do not see network of citadels just yet. I see the longbowman rapid fire arrow research. All the siege weapons are down for yellow. The keep can be engaged from at beyond its maximum range with the Mangonels, but the shrubbery makes it very, very hard to actually spot it because you can't shoot over through this stuff. You need a scout to spot through, or maybe get an outpost in this region. Maybe it got destroyed there, or maybe just cancelled. These yellow villagers may go down once again. And now do got Imperial Age for yellow. Very late Imperial Age versus opponent, but he's done quite well countering his opponent with, well, counters. Oh, and there's the rapid fire longbowman research. Single horseman charging forward. It is better horseman. These villagers need to stop chopping that tree and start running away. Longbowman doing some great damage there on these man-at-arms as they start charging forward. Do not have hack damage being researched by yellow. No, that does get cancelled. And yellow's crossbowmen do clean up that force there. So do got more horsemen being put on the field. Horsemen are generally inferior to the man-at-arms, but at least if he's able to overrun the longbowman, that'd be great. Now do gotta keep outposts from both sides. And we still got the Mangonel put on the field. Yellow does also have a keep down here as well. He could go for boiling oil research on this southern one. Does he give it a stone and gold?
عمل جيد تم على أكمل وجه.
Horsemen advancing forward. We don't have any battering rams in this region. Maybe I'm just trying to hit that gold mine now. Horsemen advancing forward. Villagers trying to run away. Veteran elite horsemen now overrunning the crossbowmen. More elite crossbowmen here. So just have veteran horsemen. Oh no, they are upgrading elite horsemen. And looks like the horsemen now engaging the horsemen on the crossmen fire away impunity. They don't not some great versus all these forces, but they do at least hit hard. Since you're now being put on the field, very nice. He may want to go for some regular archers now. He also may want to go for some batter rams. Maganel advancing forward, which will able to range the keep. Oh, here looks like these lancers and horsemen do manage to find the breach there. These are the horsemen. Oh, I hear a monk. He does get taken out by those horsemen. We got now Massadra being put on the field. That is the university for the Arab nations. Hanging out, getting some good hits there. We don't see spring golden placement or anything like that. So give enough time that Maganel will take out that keep. We got the mosque here as well. One relic in the inside. Yellow has claimed 3 relics. Now we've got a bombard. Red's now eyeing for a massive line of palisade walls. Right now the military forces are quite similar, 63 to 61. Yellow has more villagers at the moment as well. Horsemen advancing forward, but they're moving slowly since they are in formation between man-at-arms. He's going to help them change that. Oh, that man-at-arms is still alive. Bombard firing away, he's good damage on the keep. Horsemen trying to charge forward, but thanks to the Alpha he's able to see them no problem. And now Red's out of stone. It's no longer set ablaze that keep. Now it's set ablaze. Horsemen trying to overrun the bombard once again. We've got some crossbows in the way. Now he's trying to get the bombard there. Here we go from some nearby villagers. Spearmen and man-at-arms trying to charge forward as well. Able to get the kill there on the bombard, but he's probably going to lose his horse in turn. Maganel finds not a really great shot there. We've got these various horsemen all across the yellow-red's back line. Doing some significant damage there. Good at there on these forces. We do have some hand candies moving forward, but they're going to get will be killed on. It's a great hit there on those long bowmen. And still, and the keep has been repaired on up. The yellow has enough stone for another keep himself. Got these horsemen just charging around, getting some good damage. Maganel finds some good shots there. There's a breach there. Well, palisade walls don't really hold up or hold the Magnum fire either way. He does get some more hits there on this keep now. Spearman trying to advance it forward. Yellow's trying to claim some more of this wood, maybe pull out another lumber camp. And his forces will start to clean them up as well. Oh, here we got those more villagers going down. Red's not really spawning. These horsemen are dancing around. Perchar, or not Perchar, Keep is still not upgraded for Springbolt. Springbolt would be able to reach the Maganel that's been hitting him. Got this horseman engaging these horsemen. And Yellow's horsemen looks like will lose out barely. Got more barracks now being put on the field. Now I've got the king also advancing forward as well. Huh, the king has 4 armor. One affected by Ironclad. He only has 2 armor research, so I'm not so sure what the king gets affected of. He may be affected by Ironclad, I'm not too sure. You have boiling oil research by Yellow. Red has boiling oil as well. And Yellow's pretty sizable force of horsemen and crossbow now to make a breach. And now it looks like he's going to flank these horsemen there. That will overrun this crossbow. He can't really do this crossbow like this. And Kenny is also firing away. Over here, we've got these horsemen advancing forward. And some of these villagers will start to go on down. So these villagers are starting to go on down there. Very nice. Bombard is now hitting that keep. Horsemen, trying to overrun that bombard. We got some spearmen and crossbow gets good damage. Bombard will stay up and going. Down south of these horsemen trying to make another breach. They've got double palisade wall there and a single palisade gate there. And these villagers are no longer tasking on this gold. Thanks to his opponent, he's able to retask him now. And arms and hand cannoneers now hitting some of these other villagers. Very nice. Yellow is running a little bit low in gold deposits. In fact, most of the gold on the map has been claimed, but not entirely. So right now, it's going to become a trash war. Longbowmen are excellent for trash wars. People start going down. And English will maintain good gold income from all those farms as well. Not massive income, but still a decent income. Yellow may want to eye to get out some traders relatively soon. Because I do not see any more gold on the map. But there's some over here being claimed up by red, not by yellow. Horsemen trying to overrun these spearmen. These horses trying to get overrun. There's a lot of crossbowmen going down there. Bombard fires a hit there, hitting some more crossbowmen. And looks like these horsemen are trying to break on out. Got these spearmen push way forward. Yellow has less villagers at the moment. 68 versus 132. Red has killed 166 villagers, while Yellow's killed only 68. And the keeping pawn field that is next to the stone deposit. He's basically investing 800 stone in order to claim up 1,200. Not massive gain there. And these villagers do cancel that keep and run away. Yellow's not going to try to claim up this gold deposit now. It still has, by the time it gets completed, we'll still have 3,000 gold. Right now, Yellow makes me pull out some more spearmen. We've got some hand cannoneers also being pulled out by red. I've got these lancers charging forward, engaging these horsemen. Crossbowmen still advancing forward. He's not really been fighting a whole lot more man-at-arms, so he may want to pull off on that production. In fact, he has. In fact, there's only 3 man-at-arms remaining. Spearman needs to turn around and start engaging these horsemen. And over here, we do now have red eyeing for this keep. And he's going to get out a tower there. We do got this keep in this region as well. I go for a mining camp and tower. Yellow's forces advancing forward, getting some good damage on him. Red has some battery rounds here. Agonel's getting some great hits there on the red's infantry. Rolls a bit of miss there onto the hand cannoneers. Battery rounds not being deployed on the field. Agonel finds another good shot there. Over here, looks like Red's keep does go on up, but he's going to throw a lot of arrows and outposts as this keep has an upgrade of a cannon. Hand cannoneers are still alive, overkilling some spearmen, but still able to get some great damage. Hand cannoneers do have less reach than crossbowmen. And so Red has a good number of battery rams in this region that are able to draw some random fire. Yellow's not advancing forward. Horsemen should be able to deal with these battery rams no problem. Got outposts going on up, trying to get made into network of castles. He does not have a network of citadels researched. Horsemen started going down. More battery rams now being pulled out by red. We've got some more crossbowmen pushing it forward. And these horsemen, Elite Horsemen do bonus damage versus these siege weapons, these battering rams. So they're going to be useful in dealing with those. He also has a pretty nice little beachhead right here. Red has less military forces, trying to build some more hand cannoneers, spearmen, and horsemen. And starting to clean all these battering rams now. These horsemen do a good job. Keep now receiving some fire there. Red's keep has less health. The villagers do fall back. We'll see some arrow fire in return. And now these battering rams are falling on back. Red's just trying to mass a bit more force there. He has a good number of hand cannoneers. Always have more though. Horsemen and spearmen now advancing forward. Horsemen trying to make them forward. Hand cannoneers and spearmen now engaging. Horsemen are just streaming on forward. You have some regular archers here. There are elite archers. Overall, looks like the Yellow's force will come on top. He does keep alive those hand cannoneers, which is very important. More man arms being put on the field. Right now, Yellow's has a pretty good force. We do not have Maginot here. He needs to make sure that he keeps that alive. He desperately does need that. Maginot firing some volley there, rolling a miss on that massive force. He's keeping his Maginot alive for the moment. Finds a volley there, gains some damage on these archers. More spearmen charging forward. Maginot is a little bit wounded. But as a network of castles nearby, seeing the damage. Spearman gains a brace there. Horseman not getting any connections onto that Maginot. Does force him back. That Maginot still poses a massive threat to him. Fires volley there, does avoid it. Very nice. Now we've got two Maginots on field. And there's more and more Maginots like that's going to pose a bit of a problem. And now do have elite knights deployed on field. Trying to overrun a lot of these archers there, but they're still getting a crossbowman. Maginot finds volley there, gets a great hit there on these forces. Battering ram still controls some fire. Gale's now pulling out some more archers there. Horseman charging forward, gets annihilated. Horseman making it forward. Maginot finds a decent volley there. Horseman charging forward. And Maginots do get some good damage there. When there's two Maginots hard to dodge them both, does take out one of the Maginots. This Maginot shot does rain far. I advance forward to hurt a relic being picked up. Horseman started going down. Red still has 13 hand cannoneers, which is a good number. Got good decent amount of archers here. Now we're going to crossbowmen. The archers will do both here for all these spearmen, which is the majority of his opponent's force. But he has 19 man arms on the field. And these banner rams have connected with this castle or keep. Maginot finds a small splash hit there on the archers. Banner arms gonna make his way forward. He doesn't really have a whole lot of. Oh, the crossbow ate a pretty nasty Maginot hit there. Second Maginot on the corner field. Got this hand cannoneers and spearmen advancing forward. Right now, Red's been maintaining maximum population. Middle has less movement, while to pull out more military, but right now it's having trouble pulling out that military. And now some of these man-at-arms starting to be cleaned on up. These lacking crossbows now effectively deal with them. Archers right now have 12 damage, the man-at-arms do have a staggering 10-10 armor. Archers to avoid hit there. We've got more battery rams pushing way forward. These walls could be, if Red cancels this one bit of wall there, he maybe will get on top of walls. Some of this stables are going down, so we've got decent force here. Red's starting to pull out some more horsemen, more crossbowmen at the moment. Horsemen will go to item versus these battery rams. Hand cannoneers get some damage there. Archers need to hit those hand cannoneers. Horsemen charging up forward as well. Villagers are trying to push down some of these battering rams. This is getting a little bit desperate, bringing up the villagers nearby. Archers and crossbows trying to get some damage there. A couple horsemen in the front line. And now battering rams trying to batter down this various other stuff. Archers English spearmen slowly being cleaned on up. More crossmen being pulled on field. And Red is now eyeing for more reinforcing man-armed spearmen and horsemen, as well as 5 more banner rams in the build queue. These villagers are of course forced to run away. This map is starting to run low in wood. Trying to go for another keep over here. Yellow has a force of 44. He has a lot less villagers as well, so you can potentially build out a larger max army. So these banner rams taking out some of these barracks. This keep has been set ablaze, so those yellows keep will win out. You just want to get inside that keep there and avoid the men at arms. And now these battery rams are now going through here. Yellows also quite a bit of infrastructure, and there's not a lot of wood left in the map, but he does have a bit of wood in reserve. Horsemen probably need to deal with all these battery rams. Goes pick off 2 of the wounded ones immediately. Those rounds have been cleaned up. This keep is still up and going, but barely. And now these patterns have been cleaned on up. There's now a spring bolts being pulled on a few. Red's Mangonel's advancing on forward. And does find a good hit there with that Mangonel. Horseman now trying to overrun that Mangonel. Does not finish off. Barracks is trying to be built, but will be destroyed. Got these horsemen and other horses falling back. Reznov making his way forward. Horseman just not liking the charge. He's trying to get some more spring golds. Horseman now forced to charge into the spearman. At this point in time, Yellow needs to be a bit more aggressively suicidal. Does get 1 spring gold there. He's cancel the other one and just push forward. I don't think he has time to build a second one. Now we do have, over those are barracks, those yellow spear barracks we can go to there. Those lose that spring gold, unable to deal with Mangonel, not even a single hit onto it. Mangonel finding a shot there onto the crossbowman, does get voided. English player has plenty of food, plenty of wood in reserve, not a lot of coal at the moment. His opponent has not a lot of much resource, has plenty of wood, and that's about it. And Yellow goes back on the game now. This end grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. See, that's what I just did. We do this, same players. Let's sort of skip that. Here we go, 23 minutes. Abbasid Dynasty versus the Chinese. Greetings everyone, and great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on our right side as the yellow Chinese, we have Beastie. Spawn on the left side as the green Abbasid Dynasty, we have Lucifero and N. Let me want to check as well. I think I'm in my hotkeys mix between Age of Empires 2 and 4. If I would hit shift click, yeah, that does not switch players. Sorry, just a bit curious about hotkeys. That just came into my mind. Let's see now, Chinese versus Abbasid Dynasty. Abbasid Dynasty is known for the camels as well as the ghouloms. Those will provide, ghouloms will be effective versus lighter units, lighter melee armor units, which should be a bit more effective versus palace guards, while the riders will be decent against any horseman, lancer, and fire lancer may pop up, but not really a item that the Chinese always go for. A lot of times they're just generally archer or Zunchnu and spearmen, horsemen on the flanks. A nice mixed force the Chinese tend to pour out. You now have the... Oh wait! We got the cultural wing being researched first. Very nice, and immediately gone with that research there, allowing this next stage to be cheaper. It will pay him quite a bit of dividends for that. The medical center tech research is not that great for Castle Age. That's why most people don't really go for this line, because it has no real longevity, and nobody really goes for pasteurization, or how do you pronounce that? Prostellars. Hey, why do I even try to pronounce some of these words? Chinese player could go for some Zunch News, Spearmen. Those would be good versus the opponent's light units. And they won't have to worry about any heavy units until Castle Age, and then they can get their own crossbone for that. We got Wheelbarrow now being researched. Nothing too significant at the moment. No side's really going for military at the moment, so let's even go fast forward even more. We got another town center being plotted by this deer deposit. Very nice. Yellow has both his deer deposits up here. He's going to go for the far one, and he has stone and gold. That's a great spot for the extra town center. While green's resources are much more spread out, so yellow probably has a better location spawns. He also has the wood lines on the front line, which also make it easy to wall and stuff, but also makes it more difficult later on for keeping that wood line secure, more harassable. Well, greens is a little bit more farther to the sides. Pros and cons. Got more walls going up. He will even get the relic in the inside of his walls. Military wing now being researched as well. Now he's going to be eyeing for the aggression. Military wing will immediately grab him 2 camel riders there, and you may want to go for the composite bow research. Both players have not reached Castle Age. Clock Tower nested, or astronomical clock tower is usually the item that gets deployed out. And you could go for some clock tower nested bees. We got these golems that are moving around trying to find another engagement. Oh, he just got a bunch of health there. That's probably the boot camp research. Boot camp will sort of counter out the Palace Guard training, whatever it's called. The Battle Hardened. Increasing max health by 30 as opposed to plus 15. Right now, plus 15, not necessarily plus 15, but plus 15%. As right now, plus 15% is plus 29, so given the elite stats, that upgrade will pan out a little bit more. Here, relic being picked on up. Green's going for multiple relics right now. Very nice. And we got the exotic doggo being hunted and put down. Men-at-arms or golems are now advancing forward. There's one the second town center. We'll spot that the villagers have not reacted just yet, and we'll get some great damage there. Now he needs to fall back. He does have pierce armor research, so these town center arrows will do 1 damage each. Just going to advance forward. He does spot some of these Zunch News. He has these are rogue crossbows, not Zunch News. He also has a bunch of spearmen and palace guard out on the field. Overall, yellow does have technically a larger army, but I think green's technically a higher quality, but yellow does have more of a counterforce for all those crossbows. I do, of course, got 2 camel riders moving around, and this town center is being sieged. Crossbowmen and spearmen either spawn this area and the palace guard. Does spawn the exotic dog as well. He's commanding head paths. And some of these golems are being sent in one at a time, which is not good. We have 2 relics claimed by green, another 2 are picked up as well. Let's now move around, try to get some spear, trying to get some good engagement. We got a single archer here. It's just a regular archer, not the veteran archer. And these golems are getting some damage on these forces, but they're being whittled down mostly from those crossbows. Hope that EM does get gunned down for his heresy. Over here, spearmen moving around. They've got these crossbows as well. So yellow does have a significant force that could potentially hit some of these villagers. EM is going to push on forward. I'm not sure where he's going. Doesn't appear to be any relic in this region. Oh, he's going for the sacred site. Scout does go down. Golden Age Tier 2 now activated. Got engagement over here. Crossbow spearmen trying to gaze these villagers. Or crossbowmen pushing way forward. Camel riders, golems are not making their way forward. They will cause a breach there. There's no hand-cannoneers slip on this outpost, and these forces are pushing very far in. They will potentially find themselves 3 villagers here. Green has less villagers than his opponent as well. Yellow has had 2 town centers for quite some time, while Green has 2 now, but this is somewhat recent, isn't it? Green's force now falling back away from the Palace Guard. Amaranth's could potentially take out that scout. That scout is doing 0 damage, or minus 0 damage, not necessarily. Can it go down to 0 damage? Archers do get some good hits there. Looks like an upgrade on Composite Bow. His forces still move around. Got some housing down here, and now a lumber yard. And Exotic Doggo does get stabbed. So the villagers are going down, and now we've got all secret sites captured by Green, which probably won't stand for all too long, like as of right now. But it will, of course, allow him to get a lot of extra gold income. Each secret site does provide you 125 gold per minute. That villager does get killed off. Got the spearman poking in that EM. And now we've got some archers hitting these crossbows, which is very good. Spearman could get focused on by the archers as well. We've got a nice force here by Green to pick off Yellow's force. These crossbows are going to try to give them a run around. And it looks like some of Green's force here will be cleaned on up. Maybe just more archers at the moment. Oscar's pushing forward. Looks like Green just may need to get a mix of crossbows and archers at this moment. His golem's not going to be very useful. His opponent just mass producing these crossbowmen. You now have these farms being forward on out. And now these golems are advancing forward, and they will be able to deal with this man arms no problem. I know they have a charge. Oh no, I guess golems don't get a charge attack. I guess they need the elite research for the charge attack. Unless that somehow has changed. Where is the barracks for me to take a look at? There's one. I thought they had a charge attack. I must be mistaken. Spearman over here to push forward and try to poke some of these guys. Palace Guards advancing forward as well. Palace Guards will find some hits there on these villagers. He does not have textiles research, so we'll lose 2 of these villagers quite quickly. Now here comes the man-at-arms, or the golems trying to deal with the Palace Guards. And overall, they're engaging each other quite reasonably. We knock out Spring Gold and half damage being boosted for Yellow. Camel Rider trying to deal with those Spearmen. Does deal with the Spearmen and the Palace Guard there. And a number of these villagers are going down. Green has less villagers in his opponent at the moment. Yellow's going to clean up these berries. In fact, with the improved food capacity from this nearby mill from his opponent, they will get, not let's say extra food, it's probably the same amount of regular berries. His opponent just simply siphoned off some. Ooh, good hit there on the outpost. 2 Mangonels now put on the field. And be careful at that point. Ian receiving some crossbow fire. As forces push way forward, you have these walls going up, a lot of walls. You have the bears being grappling, being cleaned on up. I can also find him volley there, but both of them rolled a miss there. We've got 2 Clock Tower Necipes. That was a Clock Tower Spring Gold. As these golems going to be forcing back these villagers. He's not going for Hand Cannoneers, but he's going straight for Spring Gold. Hand Cannoneers is a bit more cost effective in capability. Of course, the Spring Gold is just generally better. Lumber Camp will be burnt down. Golem's having trouble finding engagement. Does receive fire there from the outpost. And this man-at-arms will go down shortly. Gale's trying to push him forward. We'll see some Spring Gold fire from this outpost. Down south, these palace guards do find these villagers once again, hacking them apart. And now this outpost is starting to be torched down. Golems do take out that unit. And looks like these villagers will all be hacked apart. He does clean up all the berries there, so they can die peacefully knowing that all the berries are gone. Outpost now receiving some fire there, not upgraded for anything just yet. Looks like these golems are getting engaged by these palace guards. Got a couple crossbowmen supporting the palace guards. And all those villagers have gone down. Spring has a decent force here. Most just archers. Got a pair of mangonels as well as one Spring Golds here. These guys in spread formation does take out one yellow Spring Gold. Does see some damage on one of the mangonels. Palace guards trying to charge it forward. Does take out all those Spring Golds. SFBs do find some burst there. Getting some various splash damage. Green's not going for a keep here. Mangonel could try turning around and get a hit there on the crossbows. Archers and crossbows advancing on forward. And now I've got the clock tower and SFBs. Getting some damage there onto these extra archers. Again, getting some good damage on these archers as well. Mangonel finds a volley there. Gets some damage on those crossbowmen. Green's losing a large number of villagers. They've got this force pushing forward, palace guards being supported, engaged by the golems and the archers. And the keep will go on up. We'll get a garrison there. They start maybe focusing on this clock tower and SFBs. Single golem is getting some damage on it. Does take another palace guard there. They start hitting these Nessa bees. Does not take out that Nessa bees there. He'll try and clamp this berries, and he will be killed off for it. Trying to prep this palisade gate. They got a lot of siege weapons not being pulled out by Green. And that villager will be killed off. Green's now down to 600 villagers, opponents 125. Yellow has claimed a sacred site there. The other two are claimed by Green, which does give him quite a bit of extra resources, equivalent basically to 4 villagers. Actually closer to 5, depends what economic things you have in general. 2 mangonels deployed on field, Spring Golds deployed as well, and got trebuchets now hitting this keep. Some of these palace guards are going down, but they move pretty quickly, able to run away from these crossbows. We've got these palace guards that were actually still over here, I believe. Gonna go for another line of palisade walls. This tree can still be claimed by Green and be nice and safe from these forces. He could have gotten the medical center. That would have actually been decent at this point in time. Getting this nearby health regen. This sacred site has been kept secure. Palace guards taking out some of these crossbows. Let's take out that palace guard now. And now Yellow has received Imperial Age. He has built probably the Spirit Way. There's the Spirit Way. Oh, and looks like Green backs out of the game now, losing too many villagers likely. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay. Let's go and find another player now to see which replays we should cover. Let's see if he has any replays exposed. Okay, there we go. No matches. I know he has matches. Didn't say hidden. Wait. 17 minutes, 21 seconds. Okay, it's 17 minutes and 53 seconds. 16 minutes. 9 minutes. 14 minutes. And we could do this 21 minute. Yeah, let's just do that 21 minute one. And you may hear a leaf blower from outside from my apartment. My apologies. Nothing much I can do about that. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age Powers 4 replay. Spawn on the top left side as the blue French with 4TX. Spawn on the bottom right side as the orange Delhi Sultanate. We have Elephant Enjoyer. I have a feeling he's going to pull out some elephants. And of course we got the free research already started on up. Efficient production, wheelbarrow. You of course need to be aged up to get out the specialized picks. And looks like it's going to immediately climb up those sheep right there. Let's talk about each player's matchup. French. Of course, we all know about the Royal Knights. We do see the School of Cavalry being pulled out for that. So the Royal Knights will be effective. But bigger thing I'm thinking about right now is Delhi Sultan's elephants. The melee elephant is heavy, which means the Arbaletier will be very useful. Of course, it's also the ranged elephant, which they have 2 crossbow in the back, which does bonus damage for the cavalry. So maybe a good idea to minimize the deployment of Royal Knights when the elephants start being deployed out in the field, and start eyeing spearmen crossbows, or spearmen arbaletier. Our victor's now deployed in the field, a very powerful landmark, gaining attack speed, increase all infantry produced by nearby structures. And he's going to get out barracks now. He's definitely going to need to get some spearmen out. The chance of him finding Royal Knights on his doorstep is very likely. Does get a good hit there. Goes off on those villagers as well. Does get some damage there onto the Royal Knight. Looks like going for more Royal Knights a moment. He has 2 out in the field, 3rd on the build queue. We do, of course, have the various research for the Delhi Sultanate. He's going for Spearmen, getting the Hardened Spearmen research. Remember as well, there's not real timing attacks for the Delhi Sultanate. And he finds actually a good number of sheep there. Look at all the sheep carcasses and living sheep. Blue did not find a lot of sheep. This is very important there. Royal Knights are expensive, 140, 100. He has built a mill there to order claim up the berries. He's going for his survival techniques early on. He may be eyeing to collect up this deer there. There's also this deer and a boar relatively close by as well. Maybe a good idea to pull out your second town center in this region. But French players tend to go heavy in the Royal Knights and not get out second town center, at least not anytime soon. Got a blacksmith now being pulled on the field, which will net him some research now. Actually, he's getting a second blacksmith. We got an archer here, scout here. Royal Knights do charging forward. Looks like they received a bit of damage. I don't think they got any damage on in. If you look at the wood deposits for Orange, his wood is all around there, perfect at choking up the Royal Knights from going forward. But it also makes it a bit easier to harass later on. But as of right now, his wood is in a great position there, providing a natural barricade. He also has deer in the back line over here, and deer over here. Nothing too particular about that one. You have now blue space support of a handful of Royal Knights as well as some archers. Ghazi Riders are a soft counter to Royal Knights, not a hard counter. They are still greatly understated compared to Royal Knights. They do 12 plus 2 versus heavy, up to 14 damage versus heavy, as opposed to Royal Knights 19 damage, much higher health, 190 versus 140, as well as having inherent armor. Mostly, Gazi Riders are not necessarily a anti-knight tool, but they're more of a anti-mana arms tool. Additionally, as well as Gazi Riders do have attack speed of 2 seconds, while these swords of the knights are 1.5. You'll see some damage there on that villager. Does keep it alive. He does have textiles early on, allowing him to save these villagers from a lot of additional possibilities of death. Guys, trying to push way forward, picking off some of these individual spearmen. Very nice. He looks like got a good number of villagers there, trying to collect up some deer. And now some of these archers being picked off as well. Gazi do have their good bonus damage versus range. They do 24 damage versus range. In comparison, the archer does have 70 health. The 24 damage allows them to 3-shot archers. You know as well, Gazi Riders do hit slower than regular horsemen as well. Let's pick up on those archers there, or spearmen there, very nice. He needs those spearmen dead for his Royal Knights to move around more freely. Archers trying to find a hit there on some of these villagers there, very nice. Now got the Gazi Riders trying to engage these Royal Knights. Archers may get overran. And overall, it looks like orange will force away blue. Blue, they have militaries of similar size, but I think orange and blue's military is still being reinforced. There's his reinforcements. Royal Knights do get a charge attack there, gain some great damage from the Gazi Riders. Archers trying to deal with these spearmen. There's not a whole lot of them to deal with the spearmen. And the Gazi Riders trying to overrun these archers. It does keep them mostly alive. Spearmen not being pursued by these forces. Blue also have a couple of spearmen in the mix that will be very useful in dealing with these Gazi Riders. And this is in the radius of the, nope, oh, he's not in the radius of the, Tower of Victory, or maybe I just can't see the aura effect of it. Not sure why I can't. I was trying to find this little bit there, Tower of Victory. Those are claiming the deer. The deer is spread out pretty wide. It's not exactly a great location. It does give him some good food and doesn't have to rely on building farms just yet. Let's get this point captured, and Exotic Dogo is supporting the French. He will be able to deal with this EM. All I had to do was follow the wolf. That wolf was not alerting the French player where Timmy fell down the well, just simply where the EM was trying to capture a secret site. Gazi is charging forward. There's some spearmen here. He will not be able to hit any of these villagers, or at least not successfully. And now these Gazi are pushing way up the north. Secret site has been decaptured. These Gazi Riders could hit this gold mine. One of them was a little bit wounded. Does get the kill there on one of those villagers. Very nice. He does have +1 damage there. That +1 damage will allow him to 4-shot villagers rather than take 5 swipes at them. If you do have this Royal Knight advancing forward, maybe we'll get a charge attack. Does get a good charge attack there. Villagers may get hit once again. And does go and try to stop that villager from going down. Does lose that villager, but will lose some of these horsemen in return. Now decided to support out additional towns at the moment. Orange just have a slight villager advantage. And blue does have a good mixed force. Some spearmen, some archers, as well as some Royal Knights, who does have Chivalry there, so getting some good health regen. They do get health regen, not in combat, so him forcing that down denies the health regen. Archers advancing forward. We've got the horsemen advancing forward. The archers have been saved. Orange archers getting some good damage there on the blue archers. And the Gauzy Riders do falling back. Needs a spearman to turn around and engage. Orange has a slightly smaller military at the moment. Does pick off some of these archers there. I'm not sure what killed him. Probably this Royal Knight. Archer range has the equipment fire there. It has not set on fire. Now it's been set on fire. Archer's now receiving a bit of fire there. He needs a spearman there. Does get some charge attacks there to take out a couple of those archers. Archer range has gone down. Some of these Royal Knights are quite wounded. Does pick up that wounded one there with the archers. And some of these spearmen will go down to these archers. Now we've got the Siegeniers research being rolled on out. And a single Gauzy Rider is engaging these villagers. He could stand and fight with that these villagers, but does get the charge there to take out that Gauzy Rider. I think there's 8 villagers there. I think he's going to try to kill off the boar. Does get a good stab there on boar. And he does have to be careful about wolf as well. Boar does go down there. And the Royal Knights will take out that wolf there now. Starting to pull out a mill there, as well as another outpost. Did cancel the outpost that's over here. They're starting advancing forward with this force. There's 5 spearmen in the mix. Richard now seeing a bit of fire there, left out to dry. Now will be impaled by these lancers. Or maybe not, he may be able to run this outpost in time. No, he does not. There's 2 outposts there, he must have put 10 villagers in that region to cut up all those berries. Archer advance forward does manage to trap a Royal Knight there. Very good pick there. He picks off an archer as well. This outpost will be able to see some pretty good range there. Villager there has no berries to collect anymore. And the scout does go down. That's really a good pick there for blue because orange now has very little vision range in the shrubbery. Royal Knights charging forward. He will spot these walls right there. He can start torching them down. There's plenty of villagers here to keep the walls repaired on up. He's going to get these spearmen in this region. There should be enough spearmen to deal with these Royal Knights. And that villager starting to shank some of these Royal Knights through the wall there. Orange now advancing forward, has some good number of orange spearmen has gone down there, but he does have a superior number of archers for his opponent. He's going for another line of palisade walls there. Spearman on the wrong side. That villager will go down there to do a charge, and does not get a spear brace there. Some of these Royal Knights started going down now. Spearman, archers engaging. Focus down. Blue's archers at the moment, getting some good hits there on there. And orange's front line will go down. And these Royal Knights do get forcing back. He's going to start collecting up all these here now once again. And berries. Some of these forces are going down as well. Those accounts still very similar, 52 to 53. Gauzy Riders getting some hits there on these villagers. Got a couple spearmen here, and that villager will go down, and the spearmen do not find any more hits there on those Gauzy Riders. Maybe a breach over here. I can't really tell for sure. Over here, we do have this spearman. That will split up all those walls there. No palisade gate. Sacred site's not captured. You've got a good number of Royal Knights here. Currently, he has 11 Royal Knights on the field, 1 on the build queue. Make that 12 now. 4 not being claimed on up. And looks like the wolf is biting the outpost. Gazi Riders and Spearmen advancing forward. Overall, Orange just have a smaller force here. Blue has a larger army also fielded as well. They have some more Orange reinforcements advancing forward. Spearmen trying to charge in forward. Gazi Riders as well. And some of these Gazi Riders do find a flank there. Those Gazi Riders will be quickly picked on off, allowing the Spearmen to get some good damage on in. Some of these Royal Knights have gone down. You guys get a spear brace there, stunning some of these Royal Knights. One of these Royal Knights also booting down to 4 health there. Archer's now engaging. Looks like Orange's army is starting to go down. Gazi Rider, he did not have enough spearmen. And some of these Royal Knights are falling back. He may just want to send them back home to get healed up by Chivalry. Or Spearmen not being put on field, getting some good damage there onto these Royal Knights. Royal Knights slowly being peeled on back. Does get inside the outpost there, which will have pathetic damage for defense. And Orange has claimed the secret site now. Look at that Chevrolet getting some good health regen. Oh, a lot of these guys are also wounded. He just may want to keep them all back home and not be aggressive for the time being. He's going to push his way forward now. Orange right now only has 14 units. His opponent has 36. Neither side has gone for Castle Age. Blue may be eyeing for Castle Age relatively soon. He doesn't have a gold income at the moment. There we go, now gold income. He has a good amount of food income as well. No farms at the moment. Orange starting to pull out some farms now. Orange does not have a large enough defense force at the moment. He needs more spearmen. Some of these forces are starting to get overran. And that Chivalry almost healed up all those Royal Knights to full health. Healing off those Royal Knights has been very helpful indeed. Does Garrison counter with all those military forces. He may need to pop them out on the far side, but right now it's not looking good for Orange. He simply does not have the military right now. Gazi Riders charging forward, picking up some of these villagers now. And right now, Orange's army is just getting slaughtered. This may be game. Yep, 5 military units left. At this point, it's basically game. Some of these villagers starting to get hit as well. And that is the end of the game. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. I do need to use the restroom, so I'll be right back. Please give me one moment. No, my apologies, I am back. Let's see now. We'll be casting. Let's see if he has any open replays. We do have open replays. Let's see. Migration? What that meant. 13 minutes, so not that one. That one. 25 minutes. English versus Ultimate. Going so I can see that chat. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another H-Powers 4 replay. So on the right side as the Yellow English, we have Beastie. On the left side as the Blue Ottomans, we have Ridi Antondan. Otan? That's actually how to best pronounce it. Let's see now, Ottoman versus English. Ottoman known to get a lot of free units, which can make them really value out his opponent. The English player will likely need to deploy out the very cost-effective. He's probably going to have to deal with a lot of early Sepas, Spearmen, and Archers, and as well as Nuts to support them. Yellow does find a good number of sheep there. Blue's having trouble with some sheep. Where's the scout? Yeah, Yellow did a great job collecting the sheep, and I hear more sheep being collected by him. So overall, Blue is having trouble with the early sheep collection. He is not deployed on military school just yet, going straight for the Twin Minaris, which will provide some good amount of food. And now we got an early feudal age for the Ottoman. While the council hall is not being built well by Yellow, does get some archer or villager archer hits there onto that scout. And I see the stone being collected up by the English player now. He may be eyeing to go for a fast second town center, expecting military school production, but right now his bunch is going to be mainly pulling out Sepas. He knows that he has to get out of second town center as soon as he can, because Ottoman players generally don't go for a second town center. So I'm going to rely on the extra villager production. Sepal now advancing forward. Oh, down here, just a scout receiving some fire. Now the first Sepal now being advanced on forward. You have a line of palisade walls going up right there. Sepal is over in this region. He's doing a good job of locking on in. The English are pretty good at being defensive. Not to mention the initial town center has two primary arrow attacks rather than just one, so it does have inherently higher defense as well. Longbowman also pretty good in defense. He's now going for some spearmen. He sees the Sepals. He hasn't seen any initial, what's it called? Military Academy spearmen deployed on field. And does get a great volley there with his villager arrows. And the Sepals getting forced back. The English has a really good early defensive all there. And now we got this hardened spearman trying to chase down the Sepal. No, Blacks have been playing on the field. We don't see any early military academies. The English player has enough stone for a second town center. He's starting to collect up some wood. Maybe we're going to deploy it over here to help secure up another gold deposit, or we can deploy it up here to try to claim up the deer and the potential gold up there, at least provide some presents. On this map, it's King of the Hill, which means only one sacred site, no trade posts. So he may need to go for the White Tower rather than the King's Palace in the center. It does take out that scout there, but the White Tower will provide him some good early defense here, as well as ability to produce some early siege as well. No second town center by the Ottoman player, and still no military school. What a rare thing to see. We got now a single archer now deployed on the field by the Ottoman, or at least one advancing. He has currently 3 on the field, 2 more on the build queue. Single first longbowman's on the field, going for some more palisade walls there. And there's the second town center, going straight for the deer deposit. But yeah, in my opinion, he may want to go for the White Tower and then the Berkshire Castle in the center of the map right there, if he has a chance. Those 2 keeps will only require wood to repair up as well, making it very cost effective. The big deposit stone in the center of the map, all of this King of the Hill maps all comes down to who can control the center, because you get so much gold in the center and stone. If they really want to make it a bit more effective and more competitive, they would need to put some of these resources more off to the sides, where, say, there's a big positive of gold and stone up here and down here, while the sacred site is the King of the Hill part. And now Blue's advancing forward with Sepal, Scout, and Archers. He has rebuilt the Scout. EM's not pushing forward, trying to get some healing there. Let's switch out over to the Spawn 2 EM. That's where he got those EMs. So he's going for a healthy assault, if that makes any sort of sense there. Right now, blue or yellow does have the same town center, gain some great villager production there. And still no military academy is weird. I'm just not used to that. Being some stone being collected by the Ottoman player. I am not sure what the Ottoman player is doing. There's a military school. Zalak Doggo's getting some bites there. Yams, of course, can't heal them up. And now do have the Mahid Imperial Army being put on the field on gas and free siege units. So the free units start being mass produced. Got a good number of archers here, as well as spearmen advancing on forward. Fast castle for the Ottoman player. And there's military schools now being put on the field and going for Pierce armor research as well. Archers advancing on forward. And with a fast castle for the Ottoman player, the chance of the English player going to push forward with a white tower is going to be probably a bit difficult. Because if you lose that, you're done for. These archers, however, being picked on off. Yellow does have a force of 16 versus a force of 4, in which one of them, or two of those are EMs. Multiple relics not being claimed by the Ottoman player with those EMs, fast castle. And still needs to perhaps get a mall scout to place him in there. And some just got deployed on in, not so sure what it was. It was actually the additional sheep. Weird. I'm sort of surprised I didn't see something else right there. EM will go down right there. I got a line of palisade walls up there to protect this town center as well. And this EM will be eaten alive by that exotic doggo. Now I got the 3 military schools now being pulled on the field. He'll still need a blacksmith near this one to get increased production. Oh, the Sapah found a way in. And his archer will see some damage there. Yellow's force is pushing forward. Do have now some man-at-arms here. Man-at-arms will be effective against this force if he was in large numbers. He does have 5 pierce armor at the moment. Archers have 3. The longbow has 6 damage at the moment. And now King's Palace being pulled up by the English player, eyeing for additional town center, quote-unquote. And I was pushing forward to get some damage onto these spearmen now. More of these main arms being deployed on out. The military is going for Sapahs. At the Lancer are not trying to force well, getting some damage on in. And right now the higher quality force of the Ottomans being good dividends. Now the English players end Castle Age. I'm going to go for the veteran longbowman research relatively soon. Hanging out. Finds a good hit there. Spearman camping this relic, very nice. I wonder, no, that's definitely the one that was being bitten by the EM. But right now, blue has claimed no relic, so he actually didn't collect that relic now, did he? You now have the free Maganel deployed out on the field. Got these forces are advancing on forward. King's Palace has been deployed back here, able to collect some good amount of wood. Now got some barracks going up. He could go for his own man-at-arms. He is going for some of his own man-at-arms, as well as some crossbowmen. And Spearman trying to push on forward, trying to get some damage onto this Lancer. The last of these sheep are being claimed. He does have this mill next to the berries, so he still has access to a food source. And this Spearman is now receiving a bit of fire from the wolves. This force is now advancing on forward, trying to get some damage in this region.
Spanner on the loaded.
Siege Workshop now being deployed on the field. Magno finds a miss there. And more of Blue's forces being put on the field. Right now, Yellow has a force of 22 versus Blue's force of 17. And overall, Blue does have a higher quality force. Yellow does have a superior number of villagers. He's going for a large number of crossbowmen, men-at-arms. Has only a single longbowman and spearmen. The crossbowmen are going to be a good idea, but he still needs perhaps some additional spearmen to deal with the pause. As well as potentially provide a good front line for his crossbowmen. And let's see what got deployed out this time. Additional military school, so now he should be up to and get up to 4, right? Yep, 3 out of 4. Archer does see some hits there from the spearmen. Do not have a metro deployed on the field as well, gain attack speed for all nearby units, including these siege weapons. And these archers will be slowly picked off by... Oh, does pick off that one spearman there. And does take out that one archer. This archer should be able to deal with that one spearman. Sapal's now advancing up north. Trying to force down this palisade gate. He does have not enough spots for all these villagers, so you may need to run away with some of these villagers early. Second sight not being captured on up, very nice. Got 2 Mangonels here. Got 2 Springalds here, very nice. And some of these villagers do get out of the region. He does get the rest of these villagers inside this town center. Does pick up the archer there, allowing the Sapals to run away a bit more freely. A couple of experiments do push on forward. He may lose at least one of these villagers there that's a little bit exposed. Does get a good shot there on the Sapals with good crossbows. Does force him back. And right now, if the Ottoman player loses his entire army, the English player will just by probably default win. As of right now, he has mostly relying on all these free units to maximize his army, but right now he is down by 40 villagers. It actually is a significant amount. They'll try to pull out some walls over here, but it looks like that was stopped by these forces. And this gold mine's a little bit exposed. Forward a little bit there. Up here, we got the Spalls advancing forward. Right now, looks like Yellow's going for Pierce Armor, Pierce Damage Research. That's the Pierce Damage Research. And now he'll be at 1 Pierce Armor, 1 Pierce Damage, and that's it. Over here, we got +1 Pierce Damage, Pierce Armor as well. Got a good number of economic effects for the Ottoman player. Yellow has the similar research, though 1 less mining versus 1 less farming. Paul's advancing forward, getting some damage there onto these forces. Spearman advancing forward as well. And now we got this keeping employed on Al. He's going for conversion there. He may look at these spearmen. It's going to be close, but I think he will get the conversion off. Oh, he deletes them there. Very nice. For another relic being picked on up. Paul's advancing forward, but will be forced back by these spearmen. Heard another relic being picked on up as well. Right now, Blue has claimed 1 relic and has 3 picked up. And the last relic is up here, which Blue could potentially claim as well. Man-at-arms gains a good damage on these forces. We go for conversion there. No, we're just going to throw them in the mosque. Gave him some good income there, up to 90 gold per minute if I remember correctly. Or nope, 90 gold each, I should say. Let's pick up that scout there. Got the 2 mangonels in this region. I'm not sure what his... Going for a spring gold now. I think he canceled whatever was there. Got spring gold as well as 2 mangonels. The Sacred Site victory is going to be completed in 7 minutes. Yellow has twice the villager population. He can play on some time for more resources. He's going for armor clad, going for a forward keep as well. I heard another thing being selected. I think that's going to be for the Janissaries. Yes, now he's going to get 8 free Janissaries. Spring Gold's facing forward, trying to deal with these mangonels. They're pushing a bit too far forward. And nope, we'll see. Does pick up on those mangonels there. Blue has 2 mangonels as well. This keep may need to be cancelled. So Paul's advancing forward. We'll find the spearman power. Longbone archers in the back line. They're trying to push forward, trying to get this keep rebuilt as well. He does have the outpost here for castles, which is very important. Ooh, villagers see a nasty barrage there. So much for having twice the amount of villagers. 1 mangonel does go down. Yellow scouts facing forward does go down. Let's take out both those mangonels. Now villagers come back to try and rebuild the castle or keep. Got this set of villagers here. Gains some hits on the applause. Trying to overrun this counterweight trebuchet. Janissaries in the mix well. Does size to cancel the keep there. Not getting a full refund. Going for a siege workshop now. Trebuchet still alive. He moved to get some of these villagers repaired up. Spring Golem placement now has been on field. He can eventually get the Great Bombard placement. He's crossbow advancing too far forward, hitting the Spring Gold. These forces being united. Yellow can't be losing this military. He needs that force. Even though they're not exactly effective against any of these forces, no heavy unit in that region, they'll still be useful in hitting anything else. Mining camp going up. Yellow's trying to be a bit more aggressive. Maybe want to just go this mining camp instead. I've got the counterweight trebuchets now engaging the keep. They'll try and go for another keep again. Spring Gold's advancing forward. Does get some hits there. Starting to repair up the trebuchet now. Yellow's going to be advancing forward with the spearmen. We got a good number of archers in this force here. 30 archers here. The meta of this force, they have insane rate of fire. One's already a high rate of fire in the Janissaries. When the trebuchets do, multiple trebuchets do go down there. One golden crossbow trying to engage. Ongoing going to pay some good different there, but all the spearmen are going down. Keep will build up, I believe. He's going to have to stay in the fight. He's going to have to lose that military force so to get that keep up and going. Another of the trebuchets go down. Spring Gold does go down there. And there's a keep. He's going to need to get a garrison there. Does get a garrison. Some of these villagers are receiving some fire there. He does have a superior number of villagers still. Sacred Site victory win in 4 minutes 30 seconds. He needs more trebuchets. Turn clear up some of these Spring Golds. Longbow getting picked off there. It's going for, he looks like got a large number of man-at-arms. Janissaries still hit hard and have a high rate of fire. At this point in time, the equivalent, when fighting against man-at-arms, they're equivalent to not necessarily equivalent to crossbowmen because they don't get the bonus damage. In other words, they still hit hard, 16 damage every 1.5 seconds, so they're basically twice as effective as regular archers. Trying to panic his opponent with that. Both players are going for this gold. Blue split up his gold mines. This gold mine is still untouched. I think Yellow's trying to go for this gold deposit there just simply because he wants to clean up this one before it goes for this one. Though both of them has a positive 8,000. 8,000 is a lot of gold. We go for trying to creep forward these keeps. He could perhaps eventually go to the Berkshire Castle in the back line. Trebuchet now being pulled down the field. He is now needing to eye for the 6th site victory. The 6th site victory only has 3 minutes remaining. He has to be a bit more aggressive now. Probably not a good idea to go from kill H anytime soon. Longbow crossbowman's getting some damage on the in. Trebuchet's now hitting that keep there. And I'm charging forward. He does have armor class, so they have good damage resistance there. Looks like the Janissaries have all gone down. As long as any force needed to go up to get some good work done. He's need more longbowmen. He definitely needs to pull on the crossbowmen if he's playing. He needs to pull in more crossbowmen. He just needs more longbowmen, honestly, at this point in time. Keeps getting some great damage on in. Both keeps appear to be firing as well. This one's soon be out of range. Longbowmen still engaged on in. Trebuchet's getting some good damage on those emplacements. Springballs still firing. Won't be able to do all too much, honestly, with Springballs, but taking away your opponent is always still nice. Lancers can't push forward. There are too many keeps. There are 2 keeps, which is too many for him to push forward like that. Man-Arm's not charging forward as well. Trebuchet's on the cage. He managed to get the Sacred Side victory. More of these crossbows and longbows being pulled on out, as well as Man-at-Arms. We're seeing at the wave of 3 battery rams from the English player. He has 4 trebuchets on field. Let's keep him playing on Sandfall too much longer. He's down 500 stone for repairs. And overall, Yellow has a better position here for defense. He has these, some of these villagers here, which is not a good idea. Those villagers need to be brought back there. I think he's trying to get the keep garrison down for more rate of fire and more repairs. He has a good number of spring bolts here. Yellow should push forward a massive wave of siege, and these keeps are keeping any sort of blue infantry out of the region. Blue's now down to 14, 13. I think 6 sites going to be captured. Remember, battle rams are very durable. Additionally, as the point is getting captured, the Sacred Side victory does get paused. And Blue backs out the game there. Once the Ottoman player loses his army, he can't really recover all too well. And this is another case in point. Is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Let's see now. 16, nah. 17, 15, 1, 12, 16, 7. I don't really do team games at the moment. Oh, here's one. 1 hour, 19 minutes, 1v1. English versus Ottoman. This time, it's a little bit reversed. Greetings everyone, and great here of another Age of Empires horror replay. As well on top left side as the Orange English, we have Dushuki, which I have no idea how to pronounce that. Spawn on bottom right side as the Green Ottomans, we have Beastie. I'm assuming I said that correctly. Probably didn't. English versus Ottoman. English, of course, known for the early man-at-arms and vanguard man-at-arms, as well as the longbowmen. Man-at-arms will be very effective with ironclad in order to withstand quite a bit of abuse, while the Ottomans are known for having a lot of free assets. We got the twin Medrace, however you pronounce that, being employed on the field, getting some free berries. That collects at a pretty good rate. Now here, of course, we got the standard council hall. Not a big surprise. Has now been deployed on Elk, and now you will start collecting up some of these berries. He's going to put this 4 villagers on those berries. That's, I think, the magic number for a number of berries to villagers. And this Longmoon does get some shots there on that scout, but nothing too significant. Orange Scout is bringing back a lot of sheep, leading them to victory and not to slaughter, right? Sepah moving around, and now we do have a bit of engagement going on. Sepah does see a bit of damage there. Does not interrupt the second town center, which is already mostly built. Ottoman players starting to collect up some stone as well, likely for the military academies. He actually, no, he's got an Ottoman player actually going for a second town center for any military academies. Playing the game a bit more traditionally, not relying on a lot of free units, because once the free units go down, you tend to get steamrolled. So it's going to back up the economy of a solid back up the economy with more villages before perhaps going for all those free units of the military schools. You can always get some more Sepoys and other assets.
Hemen.
So I got 2 Sepoys out in the field versus 2 Longbowmen. Nothing too significant. This gold mine may receive some hits there. The Longbowman did pull out some palings there, but a bit late, and does not get any damage there. English villagers do get a volley of arrows on in, and now got the town bows ringing away. Scout does see a bit of damage there, and does get killed off there. You know, the scout is very important, but does have a second scout on the field, so Sepoys still have, well, scouting. Orange has lost his own, oh, that was Orange's scout. And this is Green Scout. I'm getting the colors and sides mixed up already. We now have a farm being put on the field. The farms do collect at a good rate. And the feudal age does collect 20% faster, which should still be faster than deer right now. And perhaps a little bit less traverse time as well. Does deer collect at a rate of, was it 0.8? And farms and sheep are collected at a rate of 0.75. And so 20% faster gathering rate from 0.75 will result in up to close to 0.9. That's just loose hand math, which is equivalent to boar. So we basically got 8 villagers on boar right here. Though it does cost a bit of wood to start up. We do now have the specialized picks being researched for the Ottoman. And do we see any military schools? Yes, we do see the 2 military schools and the blacksmith going up for them. These villagers do see a bit of fire there. Does get some great hits there. Remember as well, English primary town centers do have 2 arrows rather than just 1 for the primary bow, so that does pack a little bit more punch. And looks like this forest spot has fallen back. Do you now have a meteor on the field being employed on out? That's definitely from the military school. Fierce armor now being researched by the Ottoman player, not big spies, is fighting against the English. And looks like decides to delete some of. Nope, he's just trying to free up space there for the mill. Looks like both sides are going up, so let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit. Right now, orange clean wheelbarrow and double broad axe. Over here, we got pierced armor and specialized mining picks. And now we've got the Sepoy, his only Sepoy, receiving quite a bit of damage there. I suppose he has more now, another Sepoy on the field. As well as Nutter from the military schools. Him, Imperial armies on the build queue, and now we do also have the White Tower as well. White Tower is a little bit uncommon. You most of the time see King's Palace, but now we do have the White Tower here, which does act as a keep, which only costs wood to repair as well, but does also give access to some various heavier assets immediately, since English keeps do also act as all military production buildings, including siege workshops. The head Imperial army is now deployed on the field, going for a couple more stables. Let's make sure we have the Ottoman players selected actually, so we can tell what the viziers say. He went for sheep and mining, faster mining, increased military school by 1, so he should be able to get up to 4, right? Yes, he hasn't gotten built yet. But soon he'll have a lot of free units being deployed on out. We do now have some knights being deployed on field without the need of a stable. Monster being deployed on out. Got Council Hall, Barracks, and the Keep, or White Tower. Not a whole lot of production buildings at the moment. Right now, I've got some Lancers being deployed on the field. The Imperial arms, of course, going for Mangonels. That's generally when you want from it either way. Everything from being built from it's not bad. It's just that generally just want to get Mangonels. Of course, the English would tend to go for a lot of longbowmen, which tend to be supported by a lot of spearmen. Right now, the villager count is very similar, 58 to 57. Neither side has killed a single villager yet. Keyword, yet. Green's force now advance forward. We got 4 Sepoys, 1 Meteor, and 1 Lancer here. And there is not a wall fully built out just yet. This is the first villager that will likely go down. He does go down, and now she is next. We do got a monk here playing up himself relic, and Lancer does charge himself into some braced spears. Lancer does get some damage there, does not pick off the wounded Sepah there, and he's going to run back through all the extra fire there. He's trying to find that monk, but does not get the monk there.
Beni takip eyleyin yiğitler.
Bu sipahi emrin mevcut mu?
Emrim ile behem meşyi askeri. Asakir benim ile gelin.
I do hear a relic now picked on up. Both sides has a relic picked up now. And the Lancer not even close. Nope, we got something deployed on out. It is the... Oh, Outfit's military school's ability to produce Janissaries Lancers. We usually see the free Janissaries first, but now he's going for potential Sep Lancers and or Janissaries. Lancer does go down right there. Let's see what he's going for. He's going for Sepahs, going for Metra after next, and going for Lancers there. Let's have these two military scores over here. Going for more Lancers and more Lancers. He's not eyeing for Janissaries. Knights now advancing forward. Old deposit just got cleaned up. This outpost also upgraded with arrow slits. And now eyeing the capture of this secret site there with one of the EMs. Lancers trying to charge into those knights over here. Looks like the Sepah goes down to some spearmen. Over here, we've got the Sepahs. And some damage there. Does not kill any orange villagers yet. And these forces will be cleaned up by the spearmen now. The Ottoman player has lost quite a bit of forces so far. The orange, not so much. There's a secret site there. Being brought back. Orange's claim 2. That would be green's second. We now have a Mega Elf on the field, and got these Lancer or Knights receiving some fire. And looks like going to try to go for the Maganel. He's not going to get the kill there. Fires a volley there, and gets a direct hit there. And he's going to take time to repair it up as well. Right now, Orange has only got double broadaxe and wheelbarrow, while Green is going for a lot of pierce armor, pierce damage, hack damage, and pierce damage. It also has a bit of technology as well, so overall, more technology for the Ottoman player. We got some man arms here. He does not have ironclad nor any additional armor at the moment. Green does have a superior number of villagers at the moment. We got a line of palisade walls going up, and this one has been built. Looks like there could be potential hole right there, but it looks like not. Outpost going up for the network of castles, or just for the spotting. Network castles does reach up quite far from the town center. We got this sizable force now advanced forward, a good number of Lancers, 10 Lancers, Scout, 5 Archers, a single crossbow, Metra, 6 Sepahs, and the Maganel. It's going to start laying siege to the Council Hall. The Metra does increase attack speed, which will be very useful for the torches. Now the second side captured up by Green. Orange going for his safe one. Now gotta keep being pulled in the center. Heard another Vizier. And once again, not going for the free Janissaries just yet. But he will of course have increased production speed with his military schools. Outpost going right there, very nice. Just help spot in the shrubbery. And Green's Lancers will find that single villager, hopefully taking him out. Looks like Orange does not have textiles because Lancers have 24 attack plus 1 from the research, so getting 25 attack, able to two-shot these villagers. Ironclad not being researched. He still doesn't have any other research available. He's nicely pushing a bit far forward. Maginot finds a decent hit there. Green doesn't have a scout in this region. Just one scout. Has Ian as well. Getting some hits there. Does get some good spear rates there with the spearmen. Archers engaging. It's maybe hard to target the spearmen individually as opposed to men at arms. And Green just fall back. Does lose the Maginot there to the spring goals. Archers firing away. Green's front line starting to disintegrate. There's lots of cavalry. There's a lot of spearmen that was there.
Beni takip eyleyin yiğitler.
Meters banging their drums.
Hakkım eyledim ve Hakan'a bir ecenk eyleyeceğim.
Up here, we got these Lions are trying to charge him forward, able to perhaps get some kills against these villagers. I don't think he has textiles yet. No, he does not. So all these villagers could go down. Green's army here is being forced on back. We do got a battle ramp here, as well as various other forces. Lex getting some good hits there, takes out Spearmen as well. We do have 6 pierce armor, so additional arrows of the Council do 1 damage each. The primary arrows would do 2 damage each, which is not that great either. And he does have to get out the garrison right there, which is probably a bad idea right now. Does pop Green's keep in this region as well. Crossbowman gets good damage on the Lancer. Right now, Green has killed 37 orange workers. Orange is very far behind the villagers. Usually the Ottoman usually has less villagers, but in this case, that's not the case. You can have this EM capture up the sacred site. Villagers trying to stop him. Sacred site victory completes in 10 minutes, but it's not going to be completed anytime soon. And the sacred site will be decaptured by these forces. So he almost gets out of the radius. He does get out of the radius there. One of these forces need to get back there. Right Tower does find a pretty good defensive location there. I started to be captured up with a villager with a sack of gold on her back, 12 gold. We do got a line of stone walls there, so looks like Green's going to eye to really fortify the region. Want to take it nice and slow. He's killed a good number of villagers. He doesn't realize how much of villager advantage he has at the moment, since he's playing the game a bit more traditionally. Berkshire Castle not being put on the field. Out of range of the War Tower to protect it, but it's in a great position there to siege down most of the stuff in this region. Does Green see the Berkshire Castle? Maybe just outside of vision range. Okay, he's throwing on torches there like he is. Nice on advance forward. Spearman going to get some good damage there. Crossbowman and Longbowman gets some good damage there as well. One of the villagers do go down. It's still halfway complete. Spearman and man-at-arms getting some great damage there. Large number of villagers will go down, so Ord will need more villagers. And arms Spearman getting some good hits there onto these archer forces. The battery ramp does go down there. The villagers are saved, so the Berkshire Castle will go on up. Berkshire Castle's range should reach all the way to the sacred site, honestly. It's hard for me to say exactly sure. Oh, yep. Reach all the way to the sacred site and does annihilate that villager there. These stone walls were not completed. Mining camp going on up. Zok Doggo trying to bite some of these villagers there. Trying to eye for a bit of stone there. Playing some more of that stone. He also has this gold deposit on his side of the map, which is good. In fact, he's even taking time to claim some of gold up here. The English player is in a bad position, has less villagers and less field control. Going for a forward farm there. He's trying to keep these villagers near the front line to help repair and garrison the Berkshire Castle. You could throw a bunch of spearmen inside there as well if you're really eyeing for defense. Berkshire Castle is out of range of the keep. Maybe a good idea to go for the cannon placement, the spring golden placement, so they do get the increased range as well. All weapons have 15 tower range. And now we do got the Seagate Castle, which is one I don't really like as a landmark. Acts as a keep, all keeps gain aura, the increased trader and trade ship movement speed. Oh wait, improves movement speed by 30%, which actually is significant, and armor by 8+8. I think the Mongol's Yam network only increased the movement speed by 20%? No, it's 15%. By the way, he may want to eye for some trade now, or you just want to set that up there ready for trade in case for later on. The Ottoman players will want to play this game nice and slow. But also does give time Orange to get back in the game. We do got a counterweight trebuchet now pulled out by the Ottomans. And the hidden gear armor going for the great cannons. Nope. You could go for a Raboquin production as well, or however you pronounce that.
Neyi harap etmeniz lazım gelir.
You now have a great bombardment placement under this right here. You just want to make sure this area stays nice and secure. He could eventually go for some traders there. He's collecting up a lot of stone. They could go for a series of, for lack of a better term, network of castles in order for his trade production. Okay, that was a horrible pun. Going for more stone walls there, trying to make sure this area is nice and secure. The Great Bombard does cost 500 stone, which is a significant amount. Berkshire Castle now seeing some fire. He does have the gold harvest increased, the gold harvest from the farms. Here a bunch of canceled stuff. I'm not exactly sure from what though. Then all this gold, there's actually 2 gold deposits right there, an 8,000 and 4,000. So Green's going to grab a lot of resources. Trebuchets now under siege from the Springals do go down there. Villagers trying to take out some of these wolves. And he is going for a lineup of keeps in order to prove his trade eventually. Fast forward a little bit. Both sides being pretty passive right there. Berkshire Castle now. Apparently that is in range of the outpost. The keep is definitely out of range. Famous last words. I do have these elite lancers that push him forward. He only has veteran Sepal research as well. I think that's the veteran or elite Sepal there. Yep, it is. And that is Green's outpost there. It provides some good vision spotting this region. He does have a scout in this region as well as 2 meters. So to make his way forward, does have a decent infantry force here as well. Trying to make a breach over here. Orange now falling back with his force right now. Orange has a superior military size. I think overall less inferior military quality. Pounds him out garrison. Orange force he's split up, trying to get this force over here. Very nice. He has adequate amount of force here to deal with these lancers, but he will lose a number of these villagers. A number of farms back line. It's good damage over here. Springall's just firing away as well. Might as well. Some of these villagers started going down. Orange lost a significant number of villagers throughout this game. Up down to 48. Lost 48 villagers there. These lancers starting to fall back. There is no easy way to breeze through in this region. Berkshire Castle now seems to fire there. His force starting advancing forward. These villagers need to start repairing up the Berkshire Castle. Can't be losing it right now. It's important to static in placement. Orange ground army here trying to overrun. Berkshire Castle down to the last 2 wounded health. And we've got these elite man-at-arms just charging their way forward. His force is so being pursued by these spearmen and man-at-arms. The Berkshire Castle does fall. He needs to get that rebuilt as soon as he can. It's an important defensive placement. And I did have another great cannon being deployed on out. And also engage these lancers. Lancers do get some charge attack there. Spearmen trying to get some more hits. They're not elites. Oh, they are. Oh, that's elite man-at-arms. And yep, only veteran spearmen at the moment. No elite spearman research. Biology just got complete as well, decreasing the health of these lancers a little bit more.
شاد و عاصمت edelim.
Just trying to get some damage there, losing some more villagers now. Green Fly has too many villagers at the moment, at the 150. Maybe they submit our trade caravans. No, I don't believe so.
Orduların benim için emir adledilir.
Spring Gull's firing away as well. These knights will quickly take them out. Spring Gulls do go down right there. Berkshire Castle, far from being rebuilt. I think the Trebuchet's been constantly been hitting it. Orange does have a good number of relics. 3 relics inside that monastery. You may want to go for Tithe Farm as well to gain some additional income from them. These villagers will be found and picked off as well. Orange is having trouble keeping up these cavalry units. They're slowly being whittled down. I need some of these villagers there, and now some of these they will finally go down there. Does get a good number of kills there. Green still has too many villagers. Of course, got to keep on both these sides. No Great Bombard in this one. I think this one, nope, not upgrade Great Bombard either. I'm not sure what upgrade of the Great Bombard, but we do have now these not so great battering rams push way forward. They're just regular battering rams, but now we do have a Great Bombard itself now put in the field. Setting it up, fires a shot there, gets a nice hit down the infantry, and Arms turn 4, Berkshire Castle firing away. You may want to think Berkshire Castle garrison does have great damage with just regular arrows there, as well as good great fire. Berkshire Castle now focused on the Great Bombard itself. Villagers trying to torch down some of these battering rams there, gets good damage. Great Bombard only has a range of tile of 11. It does outrange Bombard with cannons, but not Berkshire Castle. Great damage there on the Berkshire Castle. Great Bombard now additional fire there. Elite Spearman research on the way. And Green's armor does get disintegrated there. He simply has too many villagers on the field. He has nearly 160 villagers. It means he only has 40 population for military. And Great Bombards, they consume a lot of population space now, don't they? I don't know how much space they take. By here, right there. Now they take 4 population, which is still a significant amount when you only have 40 population to work with. That's literally 10% of his entire military. He has 4 in the build queue? Oh, he must have some siege workshops somewhere to produce them. Here they are. Boy, they're expensive. Orange is also in pop cap, so he has 98 military units on the field, which is actually a significant amount. And thanks to these farms, which right now give plus 40%, 30% increased food gathering rate. He does have most of his economic technologies, barring the last mining tech, same thing to Ottomans. And now it's finally getting some more of his armor research. The longer the game goes on, the better the English player can do. Looks like the Ottoman player does have a Tithe Farm research. Does Green have... Orange has a research? Yes, he does. He will get some good resource from all of these relics. Battering rams taking on these palisade walls, showing who's boss. Yeah, right now, as much as I want to say Orange is in a great position, or Green's in a great position, Orange has been on back for quite some time, but Green just has far too many villagers. He's getting good resource float. Maybe he's trying to stall out for a large resource float and just try to tidal wave of resource units into his opponent. He has a good reserve of all resources. Orange is a little bit low on wood. These battery rams are making their way forward. These are blacksmiths and a university. Some important technology the English players still need to claim. Mantis will find these villagers. Once again, Orange is going to lose more villagers. Outposts will go down. Do we have network of citadels? No, we do not. We do have a single market here. Actually, no, we've got more than just... That's a lot of markets. I don't believe the Ottoman gets any advanced capability with trade other than faster movement speed with his current landmark. Yeah. I don't see anything here that will give him extra resources like the Mongols and other factions can get. Let's get that outpost there. These archers weren't firing all too well for a bit of time there. Green will get overwhelmed for simply just having lack of military. We now have chemistry being researched by Green as well. Lancers and Mentor are facing forward. There's a lot of forces hitting this keep. They're just trying to torch down some of these battering rams. He has the villagers to spare for it. He has a lot of great bombards now in the field, smashing those battering rams. Trying to repair up this keep now. Takes out that battering ram, no problem. Finds hit down those villagers there, holding all up against some great AoE damage. Great bombards just firing away. Did lose 10 villagers there, so now he can get a population of 50. Great bombard firing from this keep. More of the Sepoys advancing forward, very nice. But the men-at-arms still do reasonably well versus Sepoys. Neither side counter each other. So right now, okay, he does have the health and damage upgrade on the men-at-arms. Good there from the great bombards. There's a very large number of them here. They do have a long reload rate. More so some advancing forward. Men-at-arms are trying to charge forward. Crossbows are not very good versus Sepoys. The bombards are not going to hit. There's just so many great bombards. Jeez, that's a bit trolly how many bombards there are. Right now, Orange needs to go out some horsemen. They do bonus hammers, siege weapons. Orange's banner rams push way forward. Green's lack of population space meant for too many villagers now making this one hard. Now these banners will start bleeding through a lot of the infrastructure. Specifically does not have the military numbers to deal with that. He's also now at pop cap. His opponent has reduces his opponent's maximum population cap is very, very important right now. There's trying to force down these battering rams. Sepoys trying to deal with these battering rams. This keep may go down. It's been set ablaze. There's so many battering rams there. Sepoys will go down. Looks going to start repairing up the keep now. This keep has a great bombard still active. This one does not have any additional weapon placement. It does have port protection upgraded, so he does get additional health on these keeps. Great bombard. How much does that do on the keep? It does a 130 as well as good damage from buildings and ships. Some great hits there on the bombards. Onto the battering rams, I should say. Some more Sepoys advancing forward. Orange will have trouble remaxing. Green has plenty. And both players have plenty of resources for remaxing. I think Orange needs to perhaps get more production structures out. Orange has an adequate number of villagers. Green just doesn't say he has too many. He does save the keep right there. Crossbowman's advancing forward. And bombard does go down there. He has 3 bombards or 4 great bombards left. And the Imperial army is just going for more great bombards. Yeah, let's have a good mixed force here. 16 crossbowmen, 10 Sepoys, 4 great bombards, and 4 lancers. Going for our outposts right now, trying to get the network of castles. Takes out that outpost there. Still plenty of walls here. He's double layered his stone walls. And got single layer there. His walls are secure. Running a little bit low in wood now, ain't he? Bit of wood down there. Okay, there's still plenty of wood here. Some usable right there as well. I suppose given enough time, he could just only focus villagers on wood and food and let trade caravans get gold. We got a large number of spring golds there. That is actually an absurd number. Great bombards right now have 420 health. And the spring golds right now are doing 100 damage, minus what, the 40 pierce armor of the Great Bombards? Let's take a quick look at the pierce armor. If they have 40 pierce armor, so they will do 6 damage each. So it will take 8 hits from Springballs to take them out? No, that's not right. 7 hits. It takes 7 hits to take out those Great Bombards from the Springballs. Berkshire Castle has been rebuilt. It has the cannon and Springbolt emplacement.
Ceden memnun.
Right now, the English player has plenty of food, not a lot of wood, small reserve of gold. Most of the resources have been cleaned on the map. He's trying to get some more stone outcropping. There's another gold deposit there, so the English player still has access to a gold deposit here. Very important. The Ottoman player has a lot of resources of everything stored up. And he's got these, trade trying to go on up. He has too many villagers already. He needs to call a bunch of villagers. He has, let's see, honestly not so sure which ones he should call. Probably the wood, you can probably call all these wood gatherers. Use whatever small amount left over there. And probably be fine. Great Bombard does get hit there. These Great Bombards could push on forward. More Great Bombards have been pulled out on the field. And that battering ram, these battering rams stand no chance for those Great Bombards. Springballs do pick out some of these Great Bombards now. There's a number of them on the field, and Green simply does not have enough of a front line to hold back his opponent. With so many Great Bombards, it's consumed a lot of its own military population space, and he still has far too many villagers. Most of his Great Bombards has gone down, but he does not have enough escort force. He needs horsemen. It's not all the Great Bombards now. It's a good hit there. We do have some trade caravans going up, very nice. He does have a line of keeps there to provide that ore benefit. He has plenty of wood, plenty of food. You can put these crossbowmen on this wall there. He can actually march these crossbowmen to the high ground of the wall and reduce range damage as well as +2 range. Good number of battering rams now charging forward. Green simply does not have the military size force in order to stop this assault. There's a lot of battering rams here. Jeez. Let's keep will go down. There's a good number of crossbowmen. There's actually not a whole lot of infantry here to escort these battering rams since there's so many battering rams. Aaron's an opportunity forward, gets good damage on in. Crossbowman is trying to get some good damage on in. It is supported by a mentor. Aaron's will cleave through a lot of these archer ranges there. You hear a lot of lancers being pulled on the field now. He has also a lot of lancers queued on up. Losing his villager is relatively fine, though losing stone is a little bit of a shame, but he doesn't really need it at the moment. Lance is trying to deal with these battering rams now, trying to get them hidden interior armor up and going. That gives them some 3 Great Bombards. Lance is not pushing way forward. Good number of network of castles being put on the field, or network of outposts, really. Some of these traders are taking not like a great path there, but they do have 11 armor when near a keep. Jeez. Got a bit of health there. Are they affected by bloodlines? Sapaz and Lance are trying to push it forward, able to get some great damage there. Sapaz are able to do some bonus damage versus these crossbowmen. Battering rams still on the field, got a good number of elite lancers here, and a good number of his archeries are starting to go on down as well. Green needs to iron to pull out some more infrastructure. And now Green has a wave of battering rams to pull on field. He's lost a number of villagers, which is actually a boon for Green. He is going to land some regular archers out as well, which will be effective versus spearmen, so I have to make sure it doesn't hit these man-at-arms. These man-at-arms have armor class, so they're at 9/9 armor. got a massive wave of elite lancers being pulled on the field. He has enough resource reserves to really push forward. It's good damage there. Some of these villagers trying to come up forward and torch down some of these banner rams. Very nice. Some of these military academies starting to receive fire. One was just queued up to do meters. Lancers or Sepals now advancing along the flank, trying to get some hits on these villagers. Very nice. Looks like some of these villagers are charging forward, trying to deal with some of these battle rams, which is very good. He needs to lose. He can also go down to like 75 villagers amount of resource reserve, but he is spending queued up a lot of his resource reserve. So going down to this number, now it's a good number of villagers. He can always get some more trade caravans for gold income. Archers and crossbow trying to engage. We got these spearmen trying to engage as well. We got this great bombard firing away. Good number of crossbowmen here. He needs more Sepals in general. Gets a great hit there on this crossbow. And the great bombard just needs to start getting these various crossbow forces. I think setting up in this little group right there. Lines up shot there, gets a good hit. More of these Sepals are not being put on field. Gets quick hits there on these crossbowmen. Lancers pushing on forward. We got a small number of archers here as well. Batterings just piercing through the flank. More batteries being put up by both sides. This will help them get rid of the network castles as well as draw some fire from these crossbow in the backline that are just being a move forward. Archers advancing forward, checking some damage there. Bombard gains elite bombard. Great bombard gains some great damage there. So these archers are starting to go down. Just regular spearmen here. After just moving these great attack, he forgets to go for increased pierce on to help out. Barons pushing forward. Does get some them in military school, but does get taken out by these various forces. Good hit there on those villagers there. Orange is down to 93 villagers. He has very little wood. He needs to start time to collect some more wood. He has plenty of food and gold at the moment. He sells his gold deposit, which is now being collected there. Battery rams have pushed on the way forward as well. Crossbowmen trying to hit these battery rams. Green's battery rams does escape, and that is his own gate there, so we'll have to push forward along the flank. Green has more of these forces pushing forward. Battery rams are advancing from both sides. Orange villagers getting some good damage there. We do have these guys still affected by network of castles. Network castle's radius is very, very large. More spearmen, more man-at-arms here. Pushing forward. Green's having trouble remaxing his military. He may want to test. Oh, Green's actually down to minimal food as well. The advanced food collection of the English is paying off big dividends, along with the gold paying dividends. Right now, he should have got out some more Janissaries. Janissaries do put holes in everything. They do have good damage, plus they can improve by chemistry as well as their, whatchamacallit. Something else, so they get a research and improve their damage a little bit more. I can't find an archer range to show it off. I don't think he's gotten that research yet. Great bombards, multiple great bombards. That's where a lot of research is going. Gets great hits there on these forces. So these great bombards make it overran. These guys going to be going through a choke point. Gets great damage there. Great bombards just firing away. More lancers being put on view. Some Sepals as well. We do have some of the Republicans being put on the field, which is a good infantry crew. Sepals trying to charge forward from the English spearmen. Now, the English players are pulling out a lot of spearmen to put out to some various infantry forces. He's running low crossbowmen. That spearmen will be used for some lancers. When the hidden Imperial armory does go down. Got these Riverquins. They do have burst pack of 50 of 12, so they can do a crap load of damage, but their range is incredibly short, but good for these urban areas. This Riverquin does stay alive there. Do move decently quickly as well.
Limon'daki hazır.
It looks like he still has all of them alive, just moving forward. I think his Q moved on some of them, which is not so great at this moment. Morse pause and Lance pushing forward. Baron's still charging forward. Trying to get some more crossbow. Big wave of Mangonels. He has so much gold and wood, he's forced to pull out mass siege weapons. Rolling some not so great hits there. Rip Punch will start hitting these forces there to save his Mangonels. Mangonels finds a good volley down the crossbones. Applause makes him forward. Sandshot keeping his siege weapons alive. This area is very urbanized, it's great for these ranged weapons. More Mangonels are pulled in the field. Orange is trying to fall back, trying to regroup his forces. He does have these towers here. Network Citadel's able to find some good damage support, but he needs more spearmen. A little bit low on wood. Still needs to perhaps get some more wood for more spearmen. And these Mangonels do bonus damage to structures. I'll set one of those towers ablaze. At this ground, you can support there's a lot of Mangonels here, but this one will be exposed. This one's a little exposed foe. Mushroom with the rip, but it's the main one. Looks like they're all dead. More lances being pushed on forward, are being pulled on out. Still got these small crossbows here. Mangonels trying to hold on to this region. Crossbows trying to pull back these man-at-arms, trying to keep the siege line up and going, getting some great damage there. Nice good volleys there. Iron Player now has 1,000 stone. He perhaps can rebuild a keep if he needs to. So got some more rebuilt military schools here. We've got a very, very large number of lancers here. He may have the improved damage output on Janissaries as well. I may want to go for some more Janissaries, at least use military schools as Janissaries. Because I think that at least they'll still do 30-something damage per attack, and they do have a pretty good rate of fire, so they're good versus everything that's one deploys on out. Lancers are nice, but fighting against a lot of spearmen and crossbowmen for counters. Great damage there. Just trying to pull out some more crossbowmen. Granted, crossbowmen are much cheaper than Janissaries. Janissaries are based on 160 total, while crossbowmen just 120. They do also take a long time to build out as well. I go back to an archer range right somewhere. Yeah, I can't find one. Orange Barons pushing forward. There's an archer range. 24 seconds, crossbowmen. They're not too terribly long. Some of the green soldiers do go down. Green still has back up to 144 villagers. I think there's a lot of trade caravans. Yeah, I see a lot of trade caravans. So I'll net him plenty of gold for the rest of the game. He has a small income of wood. He needs more food, that's for sure. You always buy some food from the market as well. Get some great damage there on those man-at-arms. Man-at-arms trying to charge them forward. Crossbow trying to hold the line, and they're in position there to hold back the man-at-arms from hitting the Mangonels. There's great damage there. Mangonels not trying to hit the crossbowmen, annihilating them. Spearmen are now breaking out through, hitting these Mangonels, including the man-at-arms as well. This Mangonel down to 10 health. It looks like it will be saved for now. Most of these villagers are even taking time to repair it up. Very nice. Spearman does receive a lot of rocks to the top of his head. That half, not good enough for him to save him. Let's take on the battering ram as well with the spring balls. We have a fortified outpost here. Does not have network citadels research just yet. Give you a research from the White Tower, right? Oh wait, or maybe it's just not. Oh, he does have network citadels. I keep on looking on towers to see if network castle network citadels, but this doesn't change. My bad. I click on one thing and I click on the wrong thing. We got a very large number of spring galls here. Annihilates on the mangonels. These mangonels need to fall back. The other one's about to go down. He does have the increased range for the spring galls. Spring galls do counter attack. Does get another kill there with the spring galls. Does get some damage there. Lances pushing forward. Metrics inspiring these crossbows. They may have too many metrics on the field. Now these man-arms are going down. Mangonels are starting to falter. The hidden Imperial army being rebuilt. I got some more Great Bombards, 3 Great Bombards. More lances being put on the field. Mangonel does find a good hit there on those crossbows. And these lances are charging forward, taking out all of these spring balls. Very nice. Green has 3 Mangonels still on the field. And green does lose. And orange loses front line right there. More orange forces being streamed on in. He has plenty of food and gold to play around with. So he has plenty of resources for crossbows and man-at-arms. However, he does not have any trade characters yet, and these only provide 1 gold per minute, which he does have a significant number of farmers, that's for sure, but it's not an infinite amount of gold. In fact, his gold deposit is now gone. Maybe we're collecting gold from somewhere else, I'm not so sure. He's desperate trying to claim up any of that wood. Claim up all the shrubbery that's left over. I'm not sure where Orange getting most of his gold from at the moment. He only has 1,000 per minute. I think it's a mix of the relics and the farms are providing that much gold income. This one has way too much gold. He needs to start buying food at the moment. He could try buying some stone to get out maybe a pair of castles for a good defensive line. The hidden Imperial army is not put on the field. We'll have some Great Bombards. And got a big wave of Panorams not being put on the field. Nice push right forward, trying to get some damage onto these battering rams. Got a good number of man-at-arms here. There's far too many battering rams here, and they're not really pushing forward in this direction at the moment. Some of Green Spring also want to go down. Green is out of Magna as well. Greenfly has a bit too much villagers once again. He needs to start buying food as well. And that metric does go down. Those metrics do all go down, which is actually important. It says there's a meter on the back line. And these lancers not turning forward. These good kills there on these villagers. Battery pushing me forward, trying to see infrastructure damage. Very nice. And arms charging forward, trying to force down something. Orange has a good enough batteries not sieging down the Imperial armor. We do have the Mangonels being forced down by the Spring Galls. Let's find the quality there before going down. Some of these man-at-arms do get picked off by these lancers. Finds some shots down those battered rams. These battered rams there. Lancers prancing forward. There's a good number of spearmen, man-at-arms, and crossbows. You can see it holding back. Orange trimming in more and more forces. He's maintaining maximum population cap, so there's good reserve of food and gold. Agonel's not set on up, so they will not get a great shot immediately. Spring Gulls trying to push his way forward. Takes out one of Orange's Spring Gulls there, very nice. Now getting some hits on these batter rams, very good. And now it looks like the Lancers now charging forward, trying to deal some damage. But they will run the Berkshire Castle, who's actually still a little bit wounded. Magnol's fire volley there, but looks like they largely rolled a miss. Lancers now trying to gaze flank, trying to engage these villagers, trying to pull up the network of citadels. Mangonel's firing fire massive volley to this force, and largely didn't do great work there. Crossbones starting to get overran, Spring Gulls pushing forward, trying to stall from the Mangonel's final volley. Does get some damage there, but he's bringing out forces. Lancers trying to hit various orange villagers. Now that they got this man out, pushing it forward. Great bombard now put on the field. Barry gets shot down these crossbows, gets some good damage there. Spring also firing away. These man-at-arms starting to be whittled down by these lancers. And Orange's back line starting to fall apart. I do believe that Green needs to eye for some defensive keeps here. We still have the defensive keeps here, which is getting some good damage onto these various man-at-arms trying to push around the flanks. We got a good number of spring golds here, more man-at-arms across the ones pushing way forward. These banners getting some more holes. He's taking out some housing there. He's also doing max population there. And the second side has to be captured. The second side's trying to be captured, so we got some free gold there by Green, which that might have been some very important items. Those second sides get for gold for Orange for his gold income. Spring also get overran, more lancers trying to pull it on field. More Mangonels keep pushing it forward, very nice. Though Green is starting to run low on wood, so has plenty of gold to buy stuff with. Mangonels trying to find some volleys on these forces. Does roll some misses onto the spearmen because they did a spear brace engage those lancers. Here comes the next volley there, gets some quick damage there onto those forces, and annihilates the large number of spearmen. Crossbows facing forward. Bannerman's now really engaged with the hit your army. He's constantly start hitting those. Parents trying to push forward, does get them hit your army once again. He's good hit there. And arm charging forward, still got more crossbows being put on out by Green. Bannerman's trying to get some hits there. Mangonels do siege damage to do. Full game versus the Bannerman. Still not a great card for them. One of the various infantry forces. Orange front line starting to disintegrate. Bannerman pushing forward, gets some damage on these various structures. Green has a lot of villagers still. Both sides having trouble remaxing. Orange down to 100 villagers, or should I say 99. More Mangonels being pulled on out by Green. Crossbows engaging these men-at-arms. And I've got more of these lancers being pushed on out over here. Got more spearmen trying to overrun, trying to protect the batteries from the lancers. Mangonels trying to find what damage they can. Trying to get some good hits here. Gets good damage on the battering. And that battering does go down with all those infantry forces. Save that Mangonel there. This Mangonel is starting to get overran. Some of these man-at-arms are being picked on off. Green still has right now 17,000 gold. Long battery pushing forward for Green, very nice. Battery slowly being picked apart. Most of that across ones. Green also getting some good damage in as well. Got 3 Mangonels right here. Defense finds a great volley there on those forces. More batterings charging forward. Spring Dog basket pulls those battering rams. More Spring Dogs not being put on the field. This is a very technical force. More batterings being pulled out by Green, but some of these siege workshops aren't going down. He has a lot of infrastructure production at the moment, and he has a decent reserve of wood now. Started making his counterattack, trying to push on out. Managed taking out these network castles. He does get some great damage with Mangonel. Does get up there, but he still has the aura effect from nearby towers. Now Green's eyeing for a defensive keep there, very nice. As well as a outpost there, I do see. So these crossbows are getting overran. Mangonel's trying to be overran by the man-at-arms, but I think Orange's man-at-arms are starting to slowly going down. Got the military force now seeing some hits there by these battle rams. He has been built there. Will be a great defensive asset against these various infantry forces. He does get loaded up with those villagers now. And still pushing it forward. He could buy some more stone there to get another keep there to get more forces. One for our outpost there. I'm not sure for exact reason why, just probably for spawning. Forces on advanced forward of these various, or Greens on advanced forward of these various forces. We've got some banners being pushed on out as well. There's a good number of siege weapons here that need to start hitting these battering rams. And arms on advance on forward as well. Dragonel just need to be set on up, get damage on anything. Keeps using to the fire there, being upgraded the Great Bombard. Lots of Mangonels on field. Right now he has 6 Mangonels on field. Nice falling on back, trying to get some damage, or just trying to avoid any additional damage there. Mangonels finding some great volleys there. And Orange Tower going to be overrunning him. Got still decent on the crossbow here. And now got the Great Bombard in placement. Massive hit there by the Mangonels. Also got a counterweight Trebuchet deployed on the field. Massive hit onto Orange's infantry forces. Orange is low on gold now. He's losing those secret sites. He needs to recapture those secret sites. That provides a massive amount of gold with them. Greenless is trying to sell off some, or use this gold to buy stuff. Sell off some gold into other resources, per se. And right now, Orange is out of gold. Starting to torch down some of these outposts. I think he's trying. Oh, we do got a keep here as well, which will deny any sort of trade. It's a good hit there on that tower. The English player could transition to a bunch of longbowmens, which would be useful. Yeah, would be useful versus the crossbows. He's trying to restabilize, rebuilding the hidden Imperial Armory. Orange has a massive superior number and force. A lot of these Lancers on the build queue. I think it's max out population. Actually, yep. You can get a lot of these stables queued up, ready to deploy out emergency reserves to overwhelm any sort of counter attack or any future attack. He's trying to collect up as much wood as he can. Orange trying to collect up that wood as well. Lancer's trying to make a breach over here. He still is playing trade, though there's a lot less. I think he killed off some of his own trade caravans since he had too much gold. Or just lost them. Spring also going down there. English villagers trying to claim that wood for himself. Takes out a large number of Orange's spring galds there. Got some more towers going on up. Mangonels find some deadly hits there on these various infantry forces. Great Bombard on the keep does hit 5 hit there as well. Orange's front line starting to separate as it starts advancing. So Green's back line is not great with those crossbowmen, but excellent damage across all those crossbowmen. War lines not being blown on field as reinforcement there. Green's crossbowmen have largely been killed off. But now we're going to see massive waves of Lancers blown on field. Mangonels getting some great hits on those crossbowmen. Lancers now charging along the flank. Very nice. We got some cannon placements onto these towers. Trebuchet taking out some of these spare power posts as well. Aaron's trying to charge going forward. And these Lancers are getting picked off by these bombards. These Mangonels are falling back. These Lancers are just charging forward. There's not many spears in this region, so these Lancers do some great work. We've got a good number of batteries pushing forward, but it does have decent defense force above spring galds. It's good damage though on the infantry forces trying to put some of this keep there, but I think the keep won't stand. I still find some shots here. There's no more cannons in this region. Royal Knights are seeing some fire. Not Royal Knights, Elite Knights. There goes that knight. Right now, Green has a lot of spare population, but I don't know how much. Green's right now, Orange's having trouble remaxing. He needs to get out some more barracks. I think just more archery. Just go for a good wave of longbow wouldn't be that bad. But right now, these Mangonels pose the biggest problem, so maybe just horsemen. Horsemen, spearmen as a composition. Right now, he's fighting against a lot of lancers, so he needs spearmen. He needs horsemen to deal with the Mangonels. Pressing lots of wood into these battering rams. Crossbowmen and spearmen still charging on forward to deal with these elite lancers. And these Mangonels are still very, very problematic. They're starting to push forward with a lot of these battering rams, but they're getting tied up by all the green battering rams being pulled on out. He's going to get some good hits on those spearmen, trying to overrun those spring balls. These are good hits there. Lance is being pushed on forward. We've got these Mangonels advancing forward as well. It looks like he's going a bit too far forward. He's going to lose them. A good 2 of them, at least. A third and fourth may go down as well. Lance is being pushed on forward. The forward form will start going down. We've got some various production now coming on in. Trying to harass his opponent from the flanks now. The farm's going down, some of these villagers are a little bit idle at the moment. Spring Balls push forward, taking out some of these other siege weapons. Green has multiple batteries pushing forward, the network of citadels. So there's plenty of outposts and backline for it. As I'm kind of with trebuchets on the field, Green's trying to make his spades forward, trying to make some more holes in this area. Mangonels getting some good hits there. Aaron's charging forward. Trebuchet's sitting on them. Oh, a lot of these farms are just a couple farms not collecting. Right now, the French player, he's running low on food, trying to pull out more spearmen and crossbowmen as well as men at arms. His gold count is minimal, his food count's low, he has plenty of wood at the moment. Berkshire Castle now in range, trying to torch down some of these batteries charging forward. Berkshire Castle is still in excellent defensive position. Right now, the Berkshire Castle is seeing massive amounts of damage from that trebuchet. Trebuchet's now seeing quite a bit of damage from the Berkshire Castle, gone a little bit too close. Berkshire Castle does save itself there. Crossbowman and man at arms advance forward, trying to get some damage. And Green has a massive number of battery rams in this region. They start pushing forward, trying to cleave through a lot of its infrastructure as he starts focusing on Green and Orange's army start to engage each other. Let's get some spear breaks there on some of the Green's Lancers as Spearmen start to make that forward for Orange. Crossbow gets a good damage there, Spring Balls firing away. Battery rams start to cleave on through Orange's face as using his villagers to stop them as well as some man at arms, which allow Green to start really solidifying the front line. Spring Balls getting some good damage there. Battery ram now going to receive some fire. And these battery rams have cleaved through quite a bit of infrastructure. More outputs going up, trying to make sure the network of citadels is up and going at all times. Spring Balls annihilate that spearman. Right now he has 3 Mangonels on the field, 6 Spring Balls, a couple battering rams. Knights and Crossbows trying to get these spearmen and man at arms. Each player has still very little food. Berkshire Castle getting some damage on in. Mangonels and Spring Balls advancing on forward. I just realized something. Orange has knocked down all of his blacksmith technologies, which is a big, big problem. Mangonel's getting some shots down the keep, taking it pretty low health.
Muhalifler hala hazırdır.
Keep does go down, or outpost does go down there. There's quite a bit of time that Orange had enough time, had plenty of resources to get out those research as well. So that's a big oversight in Orange not getting that all those armor damage and armor. Honestly, it's calculated down to a T what its opponent has in minimal damage applied, but there's still a lot of variation from amount of forces here. Additionally, the whole this amount of health, I doubt he's measured down to a T. We do have now 3 great bombards here, a lot of Springolds, Mangonels, and a decent escort force.
Ateşle düşman atım taciz eder. Bizi ateş ederler.
Orange now advancing forward. Orange down to 83 villagers. He's having trouble remaxing. Mangonel's firing a volley there, gets some damage there. Great bombards now nailing the Berkshire Castle. Mangonel's finds some small hits there on those infantry forces, but looks like the Orange front line may actually hold out. Berkshire Castle does go down there. Bombards get some deadly hits there on those crossbows. And now the bombards are being focused down by these various mana arms and spearmen. Got a big wave of Alliance Supreme on field, as well as more great bombards. More massive wave of Lancers now being deployed on out, with a wave of crossbows, as well as many battery rams now just deployed out as well.
İleri, seyredin Eşya-i Muhasara. Eşya-i Muhasara, azimet var.
Charging forward, we got all these spearmen and knights in the region. Great bombards, now line up a shot. Annihilating that region. Battery rams pushing way forward. I think the Lancers will be quickly picked on off. They do have only a handful of crossbows in the region. Those great bombards are putting enough damage on the front line to keep so Green can hold it, but now it's starting to get a little low. Bandits charging forward as well, getting some damage there. Berkshire Castle being rebuilt. Got this force speed pushing on forward, just a move forward. Keep losing these great bombards like that, but none of the crossbows have gone down. Some of these great bombards are starting to go down as well.
Neyi harap etmemiz lazım dedi.
Great bombards have all gone down right there. We got World 1 Goku, that's probably the hidden Imperial Armory. Baron trying to deal with this Berkshire Castle, which is not fully rebuilt. These battery rams are now trying to break through and deal some more damage as well. Orange right now may want to take time, cut down number of wood collecting villages in half and start just buying for additional phones. Crossman starting to get overran. Orange crossbow and greens. The Lancers making some great damage here. Battery ram putting more holes in the Berkshire Castle. It's not set ablaze because it is not fully rebuilt. Great damage there, managed to break through. Do not have a green keeping upon field, but being built by minimal villagers. Greens and battery rams are now cleaving through his opponent's base. And I think Orange has now fully collapsed. He's having trouble rebuild, remaxing. Green has a massive army deployed on field and a massive amount of siege. They can't be losing these farms at the moment. He needs them for both food and gold. Does cancel the keep here, trying to pull out and keep Null farther forward, as well as queue up a outpost as well. Yep, and that's probably going to be game. Honestly, the Ottoman player is pretty low in food, but he has a lot of units just queued up, ready to remax whenever he loses a unit. Do not have batteries knocking the White Tower, trying to go for some more Mangonels. All landmarks are going down. This is landmark number 304, and this is landmark 404. Looks like the White Tower may actually be saved for the time being. Has been set ablaze. The only thing would be getting repaired up, but that White Tower does get severely wounded. More banners pushing forward. Primary town center received quite a bit of damage. And the White Tower will go down to these battering rams. These battering rams will take out that one, and once these landmarks go down, that will be game. Takes out the White Tower down the center. And that's game. This is Android saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. So that's probably my last replay for tonight. I'm starting to lose my voice. My apologies. So everyone, thank you for watching. Have a good evening and get some good